to you by
Stall Insurance, Prosser Career Education Center, The People's Bank, S&B Wall Covering, Jackson County Dental, New Legacy Group, Family Drug, Pizza Palace, Jackson Live and Event Center, Saiho Insurance, Connor Smith Eye Center, Schneck Ortho and Sports Medicine, Schneider Plumbing and Heating, Beatty Insurance, BSM Group and UTB Protection, JC Bank, Bob Pointer Family of Dealerships, and Prosperity Financial Group.
We begin our coverage tonight with the pregame show. We join the voice of the Seymour Owls, Jay Hubbard.
Tonight from Bullitt Stadium on the campus of Seymour High School, this is Seymour Owls football. Tonight, the Owls are back home as they take on Hoosier Hills Conference opponent, the Olympians from Columbus East High School. Hello again, everybody. Tonight, along with Jeff Claycamp and Lance Hubbard, I'm Jay Hubbard. Welcome to our coverage of Seymour football here on 92.7 and as well streaming on 92nashicon.com and our YouTube channel, 927 Nash Icon. Both teams come in with records of 0-2. The Owls have lost to Greenwood and last week at Jeffersonville, 20-6. The game was tied at 6 at the half, but Jeffersonville scored 2 second-half touchdowns and held the offense at bay to win that contest. Meanwhile, Columbus East is 0-2, but their losses have come to some pretty good teams. Number 3 in 5A Bloomington South and number 7 in 6A, their crosstown rival, Columbus North. East has been overwhelmed in each of the two contests, giving up over 400 yards of total offense, but they have also moved the ball on a consistent basis, but turnovers have been a big key in their losses. On tonight's edition of the pregame show, we'll preview the Olympians, including a conversation with their head coach, Eddie Vogel. We'll talk with Seymour Athletic Director Kirk Mans, as we always do, and we'll have our Hoosier Hills Conference report and a recap of Seymour Fall Sports this past week, all before the kickoff, which is set for 7 o'clock here tonight at Bullitt Stadium. Up next, a look back to last week's contest at Jeffersonville. Tonight from Seymour, it's the Owls and the Olympians from Columbus East High School. And you're listening to Seymour Football on 92.7 WXKU.
Got a new bone or joint injury? Schneck's Orthopedic Walk-In Clinic in Seymour is here to help. No appointment needed. Open Monday through Friday, 8 to 11 a.m. and 1 to 4 p.m. We provide expert orthopedic care for the whole family. New or existing patients are welcome, and our specialists are ready to help with on-site x-ray, casting, and bracing services for fast, same-day answers and care. When the unexpected happens, visit Schneck's Orthopedic Walk-In Clinic to get back on your feet. Visit schneckmed.org for details.
Your friendly and knowledgeable Bryant dealer, Schneider's Plumbing, Heating, and Air, is ready to help. Schneider's Plumbing, Heating, and Air is committed to achieving a high level of training and skills and backed by outstanding products from one of the industry's most trusted names, Bryant. Whether you need a quick fix or an entirely new heating system, Schneider's Plumbing, Heating, and Air will do whatever it takes for your family's comfort. Schedule an appointment today by calling Schneider's Plumbing, Heating, and Air at 812-522-2070 or visit them online at schneiderplumbingandhvac.com. Bryant, whatever it takes.
When you buy insurance, you are buying more than just a policy. You're buying the service that goes with that policy. I'm Lance Gentry, partner at Beatty Insurance. Since 1863, the staff at Beatty Insurance has been providing unparalleled service to our customers and to our community. We live here, we are active in local organizations that give back, and we love serving you. Beatty Insurance offers business, homeowners, auto, farm, and life insurance. Call Beatty Insurance for a quote today at 812-522-5640 or check out our website at beattyinsurance.com. Beatty Insurance. We are here when you need us.
UTB Protection offers top-tier traffic solutions and serves as your ultimate partner for smooth and safe traffic flow. As a trusted full-service traffic safety expert, they handle everything from flagging busy work zones to road closures for events and even assist with emergency response traffic management. Their expertise extends to designing strategic and efficient routes for any scenario. Count on UTB Protection's unmatched dedication to traffic safety. Connect with them at utbsafety.com or call 812-271-2100. UTB Protection, your premier traffic safety partner.
Back here on our pregame show as we continue to count down to kickoff. We start our pregame tonight with a look back to last week's contest with Jeffersonville. The Owls made the road trip to Jeffersonville, and after a 3-and-out, the Owls defense came up with a stop. They had to start deep in their own territory, as a matter of fact, at their own 8-yard line. 2 plays later from their own 14, Trayshawn Hawkins did the rest. This time, two running backs sandwiching Coates. He's going to hand to Hawkins. Left side's got room, 30, 35. He's into the secondary at the 50. He's to the 40. He's got one man to beat. 20, 15, 10, 5. That's a touchdown, Trayshawn Hawkins. That is a 78-yard run. He broke a tackle at the line of scrimmage, broke 2 tackles at the line of scrimmage. And once he did that, he was in the open. There was a second safety that had a chance to get him, but Hawkins just simply outran him, and he goes into the end zone, 78 yards, and Seymour's on the board first with a 78-yard touchdown by Trayshawn Hawkins. Jeffersonville jumped off sides on the extra point attempt. Seymour decided to go for 2, but they were stopped, so the Owls were in front 6-0. And defensively, Seymour came to play early. A big stop on 3rd down on Jeffersonville's next drive. 3rd down and long at the 40. They're going to run it left side. Rice tries to get to the outside. He gets hit and goes down. That was Dow, and then it was also...
It was actually Nehemiah
Jones who got him, and then Dow finished him off. That's a loss of 3 on the play, and back at the 37, and the Owls will force a punt. Nice job. Early on in the second quarter, the Owls had the football up 6-0 and turned it over. A fumble gave Jeffersonville some short field. The Red Devils, who had some difficulties with their snaps early, the quarterback not being able to handle the snaps, decided to go to a wildcat formation, if you will. The starting running back became the quarterback, and him and another running back ran a read option pretty much the entire game. Benji Rice was the man taking the snaps, and he directed a short 33-yard drive, a 2-yard run. The extra point, however, was wide left, and the game stayed tied at 6 as we moved into the locker room. Game was tied at 6. Seymour had a big offensive possession on their first drive of the second half. And the shotgun is Coach with Hawkins to his left. There's a snap. Back to throw. Sets it up. Passes complete to Fox. Jackson has a first down up around the 47-yard line. So pass completion from Max Coach to Jackson Fox. Pickup of 8 on the play. And a first down for the Owls. So that's a big first. That, unfortunately, primarily was about the only offensive positives in the second half. Seymour really struggled moving the ball. Jeffersonville was able to have 2 plays, a run by J.J. Davis of 46 yards, a couple missed tackles late in the third quarter, put the Red Devils up 13-6. And then on the first play from scrimmage in the fourth quarter, Jeffersonville used a reverse, and it was Nation McBroom, 69 yards off the reverse. He broke a tackle about the 30 and then sprinted into the end zone. Extra point was good. That made it 20-6. The Owls still kept fighting, and a special teams trick play kept a drive alive in the fourth quarter. So Aaron in shotgun formation takes the snap. He is going to throw it. Back across the field, it's complete. It's going to be a first down.
It's like Brody Bowles.
Pass is caught by Brody Bowles, and then he is hit as he goes out of bounds. However, the Owls would eventually turn the ball over on downs. Jeffersonville will run out the clock and get the victory. 14 carries, 94 yards rushing for Trayshawn. That was leading Seymour in that category. Max Coates, 9 of 21 passes, 83 yards through the air, including an INT. Jackson Fox had 4 catches for 25 yards. Seymour again able to move the ball into Red Devil territory, but they simply could not finish drives. Consistency and a factor with this team. Coach Tyson Moore talked about that last night on the coaches show.
2 weeks in a row now, turnovers have really killed us, and not only do they hurt your possession, but they kill the momentum. And we saw that in week 1 against Greenwood too, having several long drives that ended in red zone turnovers. And then, this past Friday against Jeffersonville, same thing happening. So it's something that, trust me, we're trying to work on. I wish there was an easy solution for it, but it ultimately just comes down to execution at the right time. And the lack of execution, I don't necessarily feels like it's the defense throwing stuff at us that we weren't prepared for. It was just us shooting ourselves in the foot, so to say. So we got to get better at that. When it comes down to it, we've lost 2 games in a row now where turnovers have absolutely killed us, and we've got to find ways to stop doing that to ourselves.
Tonight, we'll see if the Owls can turn things around as they welcome in defending Hoosier Hills Conference champion Columbus East to Bullitt Stadium for a 7 o'clock kickoff. We'll talk more about that in a moment. Up next, our fall sport recap. Again, the final from last Friday. It was Jeffersonville 20, Seymour 6. And you're listening to Seymour Football on 92.7 WXKU.
For 125 years, JC Bank has been right beside you, cheering for every touchdown and every three-pointer. That's because we're your community bank, proudly supporting the teams that make our towns come alive. Just like the dedication of our local high school athletes, JC Bank is dedicated to providing personalized banking, investments, and trust services for you and your family. Experience the JC Bank difference. Stop in today or visit us online at jcbank.com. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
Bob Pointer Family of Dealerships is happy to be supporting local high school athletics. You'll score big when you visit any of their locations for sales and service or their collision center for all your auto repair needs. They've been servicing South Central Indiana since 1979. Bob Pointer Family of Dealerships will also purchase your vehicle in the event you're not quite ready to sell or trade. Check them out, Bob Pointer Family of Dealerships, online at bobpointer.com.
Having the proper insurance coverage in place at the time of loss is paramount. We at Stahl Insurance are an independent insurance agency providing insurance solutions from many highly rated companies. We take the time to evaluate each individual client's risks and put together insurance solutions that fit your needs. Stop by our office at 211 North Chestnut Street in Seymour or give us a call at 812-524-0692. One of our experienced agents, Shane Tremoyan, Nathan Newkirk, Ben Stahl, or Chris Stahl, are here to help. Also visit us online at StahlInsuranceGroup.com.
Let me ask you a question. Are you looking to spruce up your living room with a vibrant splash of color? Or maybe give your exterior a fresh coat of paint that turns heads? Or dive into the world of trendy wallpaper designs? Well, if the answer is yes, or even maybe, it's time to call S&B Wall Coverings. From commercial to residential projects, they tackle it all. Painting, epoxy flooring, light remodeling, insulation needs. Their quotes are absolutely free, so you'll know exactly what you'll pay for. Don't wait any longer. Contact S&B Wall Coverings today. Watch your home turn into the place you love. 812-216-0162. Back on our pregame show as we continue to count down to kickoff. The Owls and the Red Devils here tonight from Clark County. Time now for our fall sport spotlight as we take a look at the week it was for Seymour High School fall sports. And we'll start with the cross-country teams. They hosted the Seymour Invitational at Freeman Field last Saturday. Seymour won the boys race with 33 points. Jennings County Charlestown was second and third. Micah Jablonski was the individual winner. Caleb Jablonski was fourth. Abraham Goldsberry sixth. Ryder Thompson 11th. And Elijah Caudell 13th. The girls finished second with 51 points, lost by 1 point to Jennings County. Bedford North Lawrence was third. Anne-Marie Schuler was the top Seymour finisher in fourth. Chloe Jablonski fifth. Emma Dorio eighth. Ada Shepman 19th. And Lauren Dow was 20th. Volleyball team on Saturday beat Madison in 4 sets, 27-25, 22-25, 25-14, 25-21. Anna Fish was the top server. Zoe Williams the top hitter. Nora Campbell had 35 digs. JV won in straight sets. C-Team lost a pair of matches at Bloomington North to Brownstown Central and Bloomington South. On Tuesday, Volleyball team lost in 4 sets at Columbus East, 24-26, 28-26, 25-15, 25-23. Record now is 2-2 on the season. Girls soccer, pair of matches this past week. Saturday lost a hard-fought game to Bloomington North, 2-1. Ella Brock scored a first-half goal to give Seymour a 1-0 lead, but gave up 2 second-half goals. On Monday, Lady Owls lost to Batesville 2-0. The Bulldogs scored 2 second-half goals. Maggie Calhoun had 10 saves in goal for Seymour. The Lady Owls are now 1-3 on the season. Boys soccer Saturday lost at Bloomington South, got their season going. Lost 6-0. It was just a 1-0 game at half, but 7th-ranked South exploded for 5 goals in the second half. Tuesday, Seymour went on the road to beat Silver Creek 6-1. Evan Unterseer and Dominic Dennis each had a pair of goals. Brandon Martinez and Markinson Paul scored a goal. Jonathan Scott had 4 saves. Gavin Murphy had 3. Last night, Seymour battled to a scoreless tie with Bloomington North, a very well-played soccer game on the pitch. Jonathan Scott, 10 saves in goal for his first shutout of his high school career. Afterwards, Coach Matt Dennis talked about how the defense has improved, and that was a bright spot on Thursday.
The greatest part of today was we struggled defensively with our shape. You know, we replaced 3 of our back 4 and a goalkeeper, and so we got a big new look out there defensively. And this summer it was a struggle, and early in the season it was a struggle, and I wasn't sure that we could put together an 80-minute defensive performance. And that was really good to see. We had a commitment to helping each other. We had tight lines. We were compact. We shifted well. You could see good communication. You saw guys competing for every ball and then every second ball, and that's stuff that we haven't done yet. You know, we had 6 games over the summer, and this is our 3rd game, and we hadn't seen that yet, and especially let alone for 80 minutes. But that was really, really good. That's the one thing. Now we got to clean up. We got to clean up how we go forward. We made a couple of poor choices in key moments. Our technique broke down in some key moments, but we also had some really good opportunities. So you don't look at this and celebrate the shutout and say, good, we packed it in. I mean, we went forward. We were dangerous around the area, especially in that second half. We got a lot better. We're going to have to get a little bit more technically better in the attacking third, but this is a game we can build on, and that's what I want. That's why we have these 4 games before we start conference play.
Seymour is 1-1-1 on the season. Girls golf team had one match this week. They beat Columbus North 198-224 at Harrison Lakes Country Club. Emmy Followell was the medalist in that meet. Boys tennis. Friday lost a tough one to Scottsburg 3-2. Carter Stein won at number 2 singles. Sean Takuchi and Max Payne won at number 1 doubles. Tuesday, Seymour beat Shelbyville 3-2. All 3 singles positions won. That included Carter Stein at 1, Braylon Busby at 2, and Dane Thompson at 3. And then last night, Seymour edged out a 3-2 win over Jennings County. The Owls points at number 2 singles, Braylon Busby, and number 3 singles, Dane Thompson, while Max Payne and Gage Hillian got a win at number 2 doubles. Seymour's 3-2. They're playing at Brownstown Central this afternoon. Our fall sports spotlight at halftime tonight is on the boys tennis team, as we'll talk with Seymour coach PJ Stein. Again, that comes up on the Prosperity Financial Insurance halftime show tonight. Up next, it's our weekly conversation with Seymour High School Athletic Director Kirk Vance. You're listening to Seymour Football on 92.7 WXKU.
At the People's Bank, we make it easy with competitive rates and flexible financing. Whether it's a sleek sedan or a rugged SUV, your dream car is closer than you think. With personalized service and loan options to fit your budget, we're here to help you get behind the wheel. Apply for an auto loan today at the People's Bank nearest you or online at www.banktpb.com. The People's Bank. Your journey starts here. Member FDIC and Equal Housing Lender.
You can count on us.
Looking for straight teeth without breaking the bank? At Jackson County Dental in Seymour, you can enjoy top-tier care with Invisalign that fits your busy lifestyle and budget. For the week of September 22nd through 25th, score a free Invisalign line consultation, plus get up to 30% off select treatments at Jackson County Dental. Take those first steps toward your best smile. Call us now at 812-522-8608 to schedule your appointment. Jackson County Dental, downtown Seymour.
Jackson Live and Event Center is Jackson County's place for live entertainment. Saturday, September 13th, No Fences, the ultimate tribute to Garth Brooks. Friday, October 10th, J.D. Shelburne. And mark your calendars for Thursday, October 23rd, Jimmy Allen. And Saturday, October 25th, Nashville recording artist John Paycheck. Jackson Live can also host wedding receptions, fundraisers, and company parties. Visit JacksonLiveandEvents.com today for tickets and details.
Some people check their couch cushions to find spare change and don't realize the real money is in their garage, behind the shed, or lying around in their basement. Hi, this is Sean Franklin with Franklin Surplus. We pay top dollar for all your scrap metal. Think about that old lawnmower you thought you might fix someday, or the refrigerator that quit working, or that old car battery you keep meaning to get rid of. Turn them all into instant cash right now. It's fast, it's easy, and we pay you on the spot. Bring all your scrap copper, steel, aluminum, lead, any type of scrap metal out to Franklin Surplus, just off Highway 50 East in Hayden.
Time for our athletic report as we talk with Seymour High School Athletic Director Kirk Mans. The Owls get set to take on Columbus East here tonight. And, Kirk, obviously, fall sports into full swing. A couple that I want to make mention of, tennis is playing well. They won 5 in a row, including some conference wins, a big win on the road at Jeffersonville.
Yeah, recently, and P.J. Stein's doing a great job with that group. But early on in the year, it was tough. He was fiddling with his lineup and trying to put our players in the best position to be successful, but they've really come along now, and they're heading to Silver Creek for a tournament starting tonight into tomorrow. So we just want to keep that ball rolling and keep things going for them.
Soccer last night lost a tough one to Columbus East. I want to commend our students. I tell you what, soccer has been a lot of fun, especially the boys, and would love to see it for the girls as well. The crowds have been, the student body has really been into it.
Yeah, student body's been coming out. We had a couple hundred students there last night easily, and 2-1 defeat in the O Cup, and that's always a big night for us. And there are a couple really nice things about that. You know, you mentioned the students first, and I think I had said last week that whenever you have students that are supporting other students, that's a big thing. That's a big deal, and that turns into a community. And so we love to see that, and hopefully that will continue and just kind of snowball into some of our other sports. And you know, then the other side of that too, the kind of something that you don't see very often in sporting events. The O Cup has been going on. I can't tell you how long. You might have knowledge of that. I'd have to go back and look. But it's you know, just an important time. But the two teams get together after the game's over and they share some food together. They had some pizza and things like that. And in today's world, that is so uncommon to see. That's hard to do, especially as the losing team. And it takes a lot of humility for the winning team to act the right way. And today's world doesn't show us those things very often on how to act when you're winning or how to act when you're losing. Very good at other things, but this is not one of them right now. So very nice to see that type of behavior and that type of sportsmanship.
Yeah, it sure is. Well said. I want to ask you about an event coming up. It's not really a sports for the Seymour, but it's a Hoosier Hills Conference banquet coming up on Wednesday. This is really a cool thing. It's an opportunity to recognize the success of the conference, and again, our coaches are recognized, and one of them, of course, the swim team won the conference this year. So that's always a neat event, isn't it?
Yeah, as we looked at it yesterday, and you know, you're going to be kind enough to come and MC it for us, and we're going to have a guest speaker from the IHSAA. One of the assistant commissioners, Brian Lewis, is going to be there. But we found out yesterday, after we researched a little bit, that it's been going on since the inception of the Hoosier Hills Conference. And Seymour wasn't a part of that until the mid-'90s. And so it's something where coaches can get together. We do honor our 24-25 championship teams and make a big deal out of that, because it is a big deal to win conference championships. And just a time for everybody, ADs and coaches, to get together a little bit, and kind of feeds into the comments we were making about the Columbus East and the Seymour soccer game last night. You know, we compete hard on the field, but you know, in the end, though, we're part of the same conference, and that's a good time for us to get together and see each other outside the lines, I guess, so to speak.
Absolutely. Looking forward to a great football game. It'll be great weather tonight for the football game, so come out and enjoy it. And Kirk, as always, we appreciate it, and we'll talk again next week.
Yeah, we'll talk next week, but one more thing.
Sure.
You can't wait till 5 minutes to 7 to get to the game and get in, so try to be early. Go Owls.
With that said, we'll take a break. When we come back, our scouting report on the Olympians, including a conversation with their head coach, Eddie Vogel. You're listening to Seymour Football on 92.7 WXKU.
New Legacy understands the importance of securing your future, and we are ready to serve you at either of our locations in Seymour or Scottsburg. Insurance isn't just about protection. It's about providing peace of mind and financial security for you and your loved ones. Whether it's safeguarding your business, home, or health, New Legacy is here to guide you through the process and ensure you have the coverage you need. Don't wait until it's too late to protect what matters most. Call today at 812-271-2000 or visit us to start building a legacy of security. When it comes to insurance, do what you do best and delegate the rest to us at New Legacy.
The doctors at Connor Smith Eye Center in Seymour are proud to have cared for the vision needs of the community since 1998. From children to senior citizens, from a first eye exam to specialized eye care, Connor Smith Eye Center is here for you. Don't miss your yearly exam. Make your appointment today. Connor Smith Eye Center, 812-524-3937. See your future clearly.
Your friendly and knowledgeable Bryant dealer, Schneider's Plumbing, Heating, and Air, is ready to help. Schneider's Plumbing, Heating, and Air is committed to achieving a high level of training and skills and backed by outstanding products from one of the industry's most trusted names, Bryant. Whether you need a quick fix or an entirely new heating system, Schneider's Plumbing, Heating, and Air will do whatever it takes for your family's comfort. Schedule an appointment today by calling Schneider's Plumbing, Heating, and Air at 812-522-2070 or visit them online at SchneiderPlumbingandHVAC.com. Bryant, whatever it takes. BSM Group's your trusted partner for utility engineering, drafting, and right-of-way permitting. With a proven track record of excellence, BSM Groups delivers precision and expertise that's second to none. Whether you are a utility company or utility contractor, BSM Groups can optimize your projects and ensure compliance so you can meet deadlines and exceed expectations. Visit us today at bsmgroups.com or give us a call at 812-271-2400. BSM Groups, your blueprint to success in the utility engineering industry.
Back at Bullitt Stadium, the Owls and the Columbus East Olympians tonight, 7 o'clock kickoff. And our scouting report on our visitors from the east side of Columbus. Columbus East, they come in with a record of 0-2. But both losses to very good teams. Third-ranked Bloomington South in 5A, 42-7. And last week, their arch rivals across town, Columbus North, 52-7. They're coached by Eddie Vogel, fifth year as head coach, of course, a longtime assistant coach under Bob Gaddis. We had a chance to talk with Coach Vogel earlier this week about his ball club. Here was our conversation. Oh, Coach Vogel, first of all, it's good to talk to you. Talk a little bit about your first two ball games. I know it hadn't been the results you were wanting. Obviously, the teams you have played have been very good, but despite the two losses, what have you seen from your ball club that has been a positive thing?
Well, I mean, I think we got a pretty talented roster. You know, we return a lot of guys from last year's HHC championship team, and you know, we've got players. We've just not seen the results. You know, and so I think our guys have played hard. We've just made a ton of mental errors, and you know, we've given up a lot of explosives and not had a lot of explosive plays ourselves. And it's usually one or two guys that's kind of making a mistake, and it's kind of somebody different. So you know, we've really worked hard these last couple of weeks and continue this week to trying to clean up some of those errors so we can be consistent in execution.
Coach, your quarterback, Kyson Villarreal, one of those returning starters. You don't see quarterbacks very often, 5'9", 220. He certainly is not your typical quarterback, but when you watch him, he just does a lot of good things at that position.
Yeah, he really does. Kyson's definitely not your prototypical quarterback. There's no question. The thing about him is I love his competitiveness and his toughness, and I think he kind of brings an edge to that position. And you know, He's gotten better and better each year, and had a great year last year. And we've not gotten off to a great start, but we've got we starting the conference season. We're excited, and we're trying to put him in positions to be successful offensively for us.
I know one of the strengths of your ball club, at least returning, is the ability for him to throw it. He's got some good receivers to throw it to. You have some experience there.
We do. We returned Keaton Lawson. He's an All-State player last year, and he's a phenomenal two-sport guy. And then we added Michael Jones, who transferred in, that's played kind of on the other side. And then we feel like we got some talented tight ends as well, and some slots in Cam Shelley and Peyton Asher and Paxton Thompson. And then we feel like we've got a little bit more juice in the backfield. We've not had a guy that can kind of be a home run hitter at tailback, and we feel like we've got some guys there. And then we return really all the guys that start for us up front. Started last year or got significant time throughout the year last year. So we feel like we're very experienced there, and we've just not been able to kind of get things clicking. And so we're working hard to try to kind of clean some of those things up and get better.
Coach, what about defensively for the first two ball games? Obviously, hasn't been the best results, but what about defense? So what do you like about your ball club there?
Well, we've given up way too many explosive plays. Really. I thought against Bloomington South, our guys played really, really hard. And we've got to play team ball, right? We had a lot of 3-and-outs or very short offensive drives that has really the first 2 weeks has kept our defense on the field. So they've been on the field a lot. But I like how hard they play. We've kind of put in a new defense this year, and so that learning curve is a little bit different. Nathan Swafford's now calling our defense, and so some of that terminology has changed. But I like our guys. I think we've gotten a lot stronger. I think we've gotten faster, and I like how our guys fly around. Now it's just kind of playing together that we've got to get figured out.
Coach, before I ask you your thoughts on Seymour, I do want to ask you what are your memories of Coach Moore, his playing days? I know you were a coach there with Coach Gaddis when he was playing. What do you remember about Tyson?
He was just tough-nosed, I mean, he was kind of your prototypical lineman, but kind of like a big teddy bear as well. Tyson's been one of my favorite players, throughout, just because his dad's a football coach and he grew up around it, right? So his kind of knowledge of the game is a lot more than like a typical high school football player, when he was here. So I'm super proud of kind of what he's done and the man he's become and the coach he's become. And it's always special when we get to tee it up against each other.
What have you seen from the Owls the first two games that have impressed you?
Well, they'll run a couple different offenses. I think I saw a quote in the newspaper that Tyson said the wing tee's back in Seymour, and so I think they've got a couple of skill players that they're pretty good. I think number 3, one of their backs is really, really good, and obviously their other wing back has had some big plays. Quarterback super athletic. I think their offensive linemen get after it, and then defensively, they fly around. They got a lot of guys that I feel like they run to the ball really, really well in pursuit and swarm the ball. So they got a lot of things that they can build on throughout the year. And one of us is going to get a win this week, and so and I'm sure that will help. That will help one of the teams. So we're excited to play on Friday, and we know we're going to be in a fight with the Owls.
Coach Eddie Vogel, appreciate the time. It's always good to talk to you. Have a great rest of your season.
Hey, appreciate you.
As far as these two teams go, Columbus East is 4-0 with opponents' records are 4-0. Seymour's opponents' records are 2-2. The Sagrins, Columbus East, 135th overall. That's 23rd in 5A. Seymour is 202nd overall, 29th in 5A. The Olympians have won 3 out of the last 5 meetings. Of course, the Owls snapped Columbus East's 91-game Hoosier Hills Conference winning streak 4 years ago. But the Olympians come in as the defending conference champions. East had won 16 in a row against Seymour before that victory. Series all-time Columbus East over Seymour 29-18. That's a little closer than even because with that 16 in a row, the Owls had an upset victory, if you remember, in the playoffs back in 2001. And before that, it was 12 in a row. So the Olympians had won 27 of the last 28. And if you look at the series, that means Seymour had the big-time advantage early on when these two teams played. The Owls and the Olympians ready to do battle here tonight. We'll take a break, and when we come back, it's our Meet the Coaches segment, as I'll talk with Seymour defensive line coach Cody Johnson. You're listening to Seymour Football on 92.7 WXKU.
Choosing the right health insurance for you and your employees is essential, and now is the perfect time to get SciHo Smart with your benefits. Hi, I'm John Sattler Jr. with SciHo Insurance Services. At SciHo, we provide flexible and affordable health benefits to companies of all sizes. Our wide range of products include fully insured and self-funded plans backed by our local support teams. Give us a call today at 812-378-7070. Visit us online at sciho.org or reach out to your local agent for more information on how to become SciHo Smart.
For 125 years, J.C. Bank has been right beside you, cheering for every touchdown and every three-pointer. That's because we're your community bank, proudly supporting the teams that make our towns come alive. Just like the dedication of our local high school athletes, J.C. Bank is dedicated to providing personalized banking, investments, and trust services for you and your family. Experience the J.C. Bank difference. Stop in today or visit us online at jcbank.com. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
Bob Pointer Family of Dealerships is happy to be supporting local high school athletics. You'll score big when you visit any of their locations for sales and service or their collision center for all your auto repair needs. They've been servicing South Central Indiana since 1979. Bob Pointer Family of Dealerships will also purchase your vehicle in the event you're not quite ready to sell or trade. Check them out, Bob Pointer Family of Dealerships, online at bobpointer.com.
Hi, I'm Emery Jones, Career Education Coordinator at Prosser Career Education Center in New Albany. Are you ready to build your future? At Prosser, you'll explore 29 hands-on, high-wage programs, from aviation to culinary, welding to cybersecurity, all designed to launch real careers or college success. Prosser is located at 4202 Charlestown Road, New Albany, Indiana. Need help? Call our main office at 812-542-8508 or visit your school counselor today to learn more. Prosser, where your future begins.
Back on our pregame show, and it's time for our Talk to the Coach segment. And tonight we're spending some time with defensive coach Cody Johnson, who is fourth year with the high school team.
Third year.
Okay,
Yeah.
it was around third or fourth. And you've been with the program for a few years. You were in middle school there for a couple years, correct?
Yeah, that's correct. I did 2 years at the middle school, then been here for the past 3.
Okay. So you're kind of getting accustomed to the high school level. I mean, these kids now that you have had, you have been with, and even some of the kids now that are juniors and seniors, maybe they started with you back in the day at middle school.
Yeah, I know. Honestly, the current juniors were 7th graders. I kind of moved up with them after my 2 years.
Yeah.
So, I've known some of them for 5 years, my whole time being at Seymour. So that's kind of cool to, usually you coach a kid, you coach it 4 years. That's at the high school level, but I've gotten 5. If I'm here next year, 6 years with them, so that'd be pretty cool.
You're spending time on the defensive side, defensive line. Is that your exact position?
Yeah, so I am the defensive line coach, and it's working with D tackles or nose guards, and then D ends.
And I know you work closely with Coach Wolf as far as a defensive scheme of things. Talk a little bit about how the position that has performed over the first 2 ball games. I thought defensively we've played actually pretty well both games.
Yeah, no, definitely. For looking at last year, we had 3 defensive linemen. 2 were seniors, 1 was a junior. So only bringing back 1 of them, but then he switched to linebacker. So 4 guys who have never really played a very much varsity time at D-line. So it's kind of going into it, how are they going to perform when they go up against the speed of the varsity level. But I feel like we've rotated a few guys around, but all of them have done a pretty good job at adjusting to that. I feel like they've done a good job. That Greenwood game was not the score. I don't think definitely shows how close the game was. But I feel like up front we were holding our own against a lot of these O linemen that are a lot bigger, are kind of undersized. So
well, I was going to ask you about that because we're going to be undersized probably in every game that we play. So how do we combat that with our lack of size?
Yeah, so definitely using our speed. I think, Coach Wolf mentioned that last week, but we have our two interior guys, our 1 and 3 tech, Brody Sawyer and Alexis Cisneros. They're both pretty strong, but they're quick. So definitely getting them in an alignment where we can take advantage of, the offense alignment, maybe us being in a shade or something to get us a head start on that gap they're supposed to be filling does help. And I will say that, for both of them, they've been able to get past the line sometimes and get in the backfield and, I think only one of them's got a TFL, but definitely disrupt the backfield a little bit, make plays bounce. So I think it's working. We just got to find out scheme-wise the best place to put them in to be successful.
Do you put goals in mind for these guys as far as amount of tackles for a loss or quarterback sacks? Try to give them a goal, or does it just go by game basis?
Yeah, definitely game by game. I definitely always want to try to encourage them to do the best they can statistically. But some game plans, it's like we have to tell our nose guard he's going to be just taking on double teams the whole time. He's not going to have very much stats, and he accepts that and takes it on. Sometimes it's hey, if you do the right thing, you might get a bunch of tackles this game. So I definitely tell them, kind of make them aware of how the offense is going to block on most run plays and make them have an idea of where the ball should be going based off of how they're getting blocked. So I'm kind of hoping that helps them get in a spot where they can make plays. But I think they're all pretty selfless players in the sense that if they have to take on blocks and let the linebackers do all the tackles, they'll do it as long as we're successful as a defense.
Now, were you a defensive player when you played?
I was, yeah. I played defensive end, Charlestown.
What's a position you're familiar with?
It is, yeah. We switched to our forefront. That was definitely for me, it was I definitely am like an expert in this position. But truthfully, though, like interior guys, D ends, kind of all the same. Of you're filling a gap, and with D ends, sometimes they have to set the edge. But they each have their job responsibility. It changes a little bit week to week, but truthfully, as long as you're filling your gap and being in a spot to make a play if it comes to your gap, then you're doing your job.
I know Jeffersonville or Greenwood. Were you up in the booth at Jeffersonville too? Is that a new permanent role?
I was not against Jeff. We had issues with our headsets and whatnot. I do think that for the most of the rest of the season, I probably will be in the box. In the past we've had other coaches up in the box. Sometimes haven't been there for all the game planning. And the past couple of years, me and Wolf have been kind of the two consistent people there for every week for game planning. So he kind of just came to me this offseason, was like, hey, I think it was going to be best for the team if you're up there looking for the the issues on our line where we're finding holes or holes in coverages, stuff like that. So I feel like Greenwood helped a lot. I definitely feel like being up there I can see a lot more and be ready to let him
place
know.
on the field.
It is, yeah. No, you have a good sight, yeah, up there. But no, definitely it allows me to get a good idea of what's going on, what's the issue, and being able to figure that out and tell him to make adjustments.
Yeah, it's like a complete different game up there because you get to see the entire field rather than just right there. I mean, there are advantages for both, I'm sure. Is that something you have to get used to, though, being up there?
Oh, yeah. So for me, being on the field the past couple of years, if there was an issue with the D lineman doing something wrong, I could always go up to him and talk to him. So now it's like I have to relay that through someone else or ask Coach Wolf to give a headset to a kid to talk to him. But, it is different because, on the field, it's easier to look at an iPad after one drive and see, okay, we had issue here, here, and here. Let's fix it for the next series. But up in the box, I could see something that happens, say, hey, they're taking advantage of, this specific spot in our coverage. Maybe we should switch to this type of coverage. Definitely helped a little bit against Greenwood, identifying something they're taking advantage of and getting a few turnovers off of it.
All right, good challenge tonight against East. They're very their quarterback is big. He's not your typical quarterback. He's big and he can run, and he's experienced too.
Yeah, he's very athletic. He's started for multiple years. So whenever you get a quarterback like that who's multi-year experience, you're always kind of like they could be the person that makes the game. But he can throw pretty good. He can run good. He likes to read what the D line and linebackers are doing and sometimes pull the ball, sometimes hand the ball off. So and when he does run, most quarterbacks you think are scared of contact. This kid seeks it out. He'll see someone running at him, he'll lower his head and he'll try to run through them and get a few extra yards. So I know this week we've been really working with our guys on trying to tackle low and kind of get used to that.
All right, looking forward to a good challenge. Cody, I appreciate the time. Good to talk to you.
Good to talk to you, Jay. Thanks.
You bet. Cody Johnson, our coach. We'll take a break, back with more on our pregame show in just a moment. Stay with us.
When you buy insurance, you are buying more than just a policy. You're buying the service that goes with that policy. I'm Lance Gentry, partner at Beatty Insurance. Since 1863, the staff at Beatty Insurance has been providing unparalleled service to our customers and to our community. We live here, we are active in local organizations that give back, and we love serving you. Beatty Insurance offers business, homeowners, auto, farm, and life insurance. Call Beatty Insurance for a quote today at 812-522-5640 or check out our website at beattyinsurance.com. Beatty Insurance. We are here when you need us.
At the People's Bank, we make it easy with competitive rates and flexible financing. Whether it's a sleek sedan or a rugged SUV, your dream car is closer than you think. With personalized service and loan options to fit your budget, we're here to help you get behind the wheel. Apply for an auto loan today at the People's Bank nearest you or online at www.banktpb.com. The People's Bank. Your journey starts here. Member FDIC and Equal Housing Lender.
You can count on us.
Some people check their couch cushions to find spare change and don't realize the real money is in their garage, behind the shed, or lying around in their basement. Hi, this is Sean Franklin with Franklin Surplus. We pay top dollar for all your scrap metal. Think about that old lawnmower you thought you might fix someday, or the refrigerator that quit working, or that old car battery you keep meaning to get rid of. Turn them all into instant cash right now. It's fast, it's easy, and we pay you on the spot. Bring all your scrap copper, steel, aluminum, lead, any type of scrap metal out to Franklin Surplus, just off Highway 50 East in Hayden.
Let me ask you a question. Are you looking to spruce up your living room with a vibrant splash of color? Or maybe give your exterior a fresh coat of paint that turns heads? Or dive into the world of trendy wallpaper designs? Well, if the answer is yes, or even maybe, it's time to call S&B Wall Coverings. From commercial to residential projects, they tackle it all. Painting, epoxy flooring, light remodeling, insulation needs. Their quotes are absolutely free, so you'll know exactly what you'll pay for. Don't wait any longer. Contact S&B Wall Coverings today. Watch your home turn into the place you love. 812-216-0162.
It's time for the Commissioner's Corner, an exclusive weekly conversation about Indiana high school sports with the Commissioner of the IHSAA, Paul Neidig. Now for an up-to-the-minute report about what's happening in the constantly changing world of high school sports. Here's Coach Bob Lovell with Commissioner Paul Neidig.
Welcome back, everyone, to our weekly conversation with the Commissioner of the IHSAA, Paul Neidig. And Commissioner, hope you and your family had a great weekend this past weekend over Labor Day.
Yeah, it was a great weekend, Coach. And, you know, it's always a great time to hang out with family, and that's what we were able to do. You know, we've got some grandkids now and got to enjoy them, and, you know, and just really sit back and think about the time, where we're at in this great state. Certainly, Labor Day is a holiday to celebrate by many, and the people who work hard, and you know, that goes for our coaches and everybody else that's in the school environment. They're out there working hard in an ever-changing environment to support the student athletes, and not only student athletes, but all students in this state. And so appreciative of the people who choose to do their work in the eye of the public. Sometimes it comes with unfair criticisms towards what they do. But my experience is educators always have a pure heart when it comes to wanting to help kids. And so certainly want to thank all of our folks who work with our student athletes.
Well said. I think one of the things that doesn't change about the environment is that this time of year, there's a whole lot of great competition going on. And before we know it, girls golf will start the fall sports championship schedule on the 18th and 19th of September, which is right around the corner.
Yeah, it is. It's hard to believe, but girls golf kicks off our championship season, and we're ready to go. Chris Kaufman here in the office oversees girls golf, and Chris does a phenomenal job. And, you know, it seems like we talk about this every year, Coach, but it's always worth celebrating. It's just the level of talent that we have in this state. You know, we've got people that, We've got students that are out there playing golf that'll become recreational golfers the rest of their life, but that's after a stop in the collegiate scene. And we have many girls that are out there going to be playing collegiately in the future in golf, and it's just such a great opportunity to celebrate them. And, you know, Prairie View Golf Course right here in Carmel, Indiana is where we're going to celebrate the state championship. And, again, phenomenal course, phenomenal people to work with, and it's just they embody who we get to work with on an annual basis. That helps us celebrate these student athletes in an appropriate way.
Well, we're at week 3 in the high school football season as we anticipate that girls golf championship, and we've had tremendous weather. I'm sure that you should be credited with that. You know, if we're going to blame you for things that go wrong, we might as well give you credit for having the weather being good. So thank you for all that. I hope you have another great weekend coming up, because parity in football, I think, kind of mirrors parity around the state in most of our sports. This is just starting off to be a tremendous athletic year.
Yeah, it does, Coach, and we, certainly appreciate the kudos on the weather. But as I've said before, I put a call into Mother Nature on Friday nights, and she, to this day, she still hadn't picked up my phone call. So, but anyway, it's great. But we've been fortunate that the heat left us to the oppressive humidity, and so we've been able to operate in relative comfort as far as weather the last couple of weeks. And, this is shaping up to be one heck of a football year. I mean, we've got a lot of really talented teams, and anytime that we have parity where, it's a highly competitive event, every time teams meet on the old gridiron, it's good for the sport. And, we want to continue to make sure that we support. And one thing we always know is the time-honored tradition of playing for your community is still important. And, we want to make sure that we always protect that opportunity to grow up in a community and represent your town or your school. And it's really a few short years, 4 years at the most.
He's the commissioner of the IHSAA, Paul Neidig. This is our weekly conversations about all things pertaining to the IHSAA. Commissioner, as always, thank you so much for your time. Have a fantastic weekend.
Thanks, Coach, and you have a great week. And tune in to Coach's show on Friday and Saturday night because it's all things high school sports and more.
Well, you're very kind. I appreciate the help. Thanks so much.
Thanks for listening to The Commissioner's Corner with IHSAA Commissioner Paul Neidig and Coach Bob Lovell. And thank you for your continued support of the high schools in your community.
Have you recently reviewed your home and auto insurance policies? Do you have adequate coverage in place? We at Stahl Insurance are here to help. Come see us at our new location, 211 North Chestnut Street in Seymour. Our agents Shane Tremoyan, Nathan Newkirk, Ben Stahl, and Chris Stahl can help evaluate your current policies and make sure proper coverage is in place. That's Stahl Insurance at 812-524-0692 or come see us at 211 North Chestnut Street across from City Hall.
Looking for straight teeth without breaking the bank? At Jackson County Dental in Seymour, you can enjoy top-tier care with Invisalign that fits your busy lifestyle and budget. For the week of September 22nd through 25th, score a free Invisalign line consultation, plus get up to 30% off select treatments at Jackson County Dental. Take those first steps toward your best smile. Call us now at 812-522-8608 to schedule your appointment. Jackson County Dental, downtown Seymour.
Jackson Live and Event Center is Jackson County's place for live entertainment. Saturday, September 13th, No Fences, the ultimate tribute to Garth Brooks. Friday, October 10th, J.D. Shelburne. And mark your calendars for Thursday, October 23rd, Jimmy Allen. And Saturday, October 25th, Nashville recording artist John Paycheck. Jackson Live can also host wedding receptions, fundraisers, and company parties. Visit JacksonLiveandEvents.com today for tickets and details.
Many people do not know that our eyes tell a lot about our health. That is why at Connor Smith Eye Center, Drs. Smith, Lambring, and Brooks believe it is very important to have a complete eye exam once a year. If you are diabetic, you are more likely to develop retinal damage to the eye. With a regular eye exam, your eye doctor can monitor the symptoms leading to this problem. Do not wait until it's too late. Visit their website at ConnorSmithEyeCenter.com for more information or call for an appointment today. 812-524-3937. See your future clearly.
A quick check of the Hoosier Hills Conference. Of course, Jeffersonville at 1-0, Seymour 0-1. They played their conference game last week. Tonight, couple conference games. Jeffersonville plays at Bedford North Lawrence. And, of course, Seymour here hosting Columbus East. New Albany is at home against Brownstown Central. And Floyd Central is hosting Silver Creek. Jennings County not a member of the conference as far as football goes. They are on the road tonight at Eastern Pekin. So should be a good slate of Hoosier Hills Conference games tonight, and we'll see where they stand at next week. Of course, the Owls back in conference play as they'll travel to Floyd Central. Also, New Albany's at Bedford North Lawrence, and Jennings County hosting Columbus East. Jeffersonville is at Kokomo. We'll take a break. When we come back, we'll go down onto the field. It's our last word before kickoff, a talk with head coach Tyson Moore. You're listening to Seymour Football.
Got a new bone or joint injury? Schneck's Orthopedic Walk-In Clinic in Seymour is here to help. No appointment needed. Open Monday through Friday, 8 to 11 a.m. and 1 to 4 p.m. We provide expert orthopedic care for the whole family. New or existing patients are welcome, and our specialists are ready to help with on-site x-ray, casting, and bracing services for fast, same-day answers and care. When the unexpected happens, visit Schneck's Orthopedic Walk-In Clinic to get back on your feet. Visit schneckmed.org for details.
Down on the field, it's our last word before kickoff as the Owls get set to take on Columbus East. And, Coach, obviously the first 2 weeks, not the results we were wanting, but you always turn the page, right? And Columbus East team, they come in 0-2, but they've played some tough competition, but both teams very eager to get that first victory tonight.
Yeah, and you couldn't ask for better weather tonight, to go with it. So two teams coming in, trying to get that first win of the season. Win would be huge for us, do a lot for us right now. But Columbus East, very strong opponent, and they always are. We know what we're going to get with them. So we're going to go out there and we're going to get after it.
The first 2 weeks have proven that, we talked about the intangibles, right? Don't turn the ball over, sustain drives. Teams like that just are very important when you're playing, when you're dealing with a young offense.
Yeah, well, and you never know how many possessions you're going to get in a game. And us controlling the clock a little more this year, probably less possessions than we've gotten in years past. So taking care of the football is even more vital than ever before. And you never want to give a team like Columbus East extra possessions either, because they will make you pay for that. So we got to take care of the football tonight, and as always. And then if we can force turnovers on our end, that'd be awesome.
Yeah, and defensively, we played really well the first 2 weeks. We're going to face a good quarterback tonight, a big quarterback that can run it and throw it, so that'll be a good challenge.
Yeah, dual threat, man. It's 3 years now of seeing him on the field. He's a good runner, a good thrower, probably one of the more improved players in our conference year in and year out. So he's definitely going to be a threat in multiple aspects of the game tonight. We got to be able to contain him. And not get beat on the outside edge.
Coming out with a positive attitude right off the bat is very important, isn't it?
No, absolutely. We can go down and either score, or if we're on defense, get a stop. That'd be huge. Set the tone early and try to do something with momentum.
All right, Coach, best of luck tonight.
Thanks, Jay. Go Owls.
Starting lineups and the opening kick is next at Seymour and Columbus East, and it's all coming your way on 92.7 WXKU.
Your friendly and knowledgeable Bryant dealer, Schneider's Plumbing, Heating, and Air, is ready to help. Schneider's Plumbing, Heating, and Air is committed to achieving a high level of training and skills and backed by outstanding products from one of the industry's most trusted names, Bryant. Whether you need a quick fix or an entirely new heating system, Schneider's Plumbing, Heating, and Air will do whatever it takes for your family's comfort. Schedule an appointment today by calling Schneider's Plumbing, Heating, and Air at 812-522-2070 or visit them online at SchneiderPlumbingandHVAC.com. Bryant, whatever it takes.
And back here at Bullitt Stadium, we are just about set for kickoff. The Owls and the Olympians tonight. Jay Hubbard, Lance Hubbard, and joined tonight by Jeff Claycamp. Good to have you back. You were with me a couple times last year, and you must have had fun, so you're back again?
Absolutely. I always enjoy announcing and commentating for Seymour football, so certainly glad to be back with you, Jake.
The Owls won the toss and elected to receive, so let's check the offensive starters for Seymour, brought to you by Pizza Palace. Stop in and mention tonight's game night special and get a 16-inch two-topping pizza for only $19.99. Pizza Palace, the perfect stop after any ball game. The Owls will start at quarterback Max Coates, a 6'2", 180-pound junior. The running back is Trayshawn Hawkins, a 5'9", 180-pound senior. The wide receivers are Charlie Bruce, a 5'10", 150-pound senior, and Alex Milliken, a 5'11", 155-pound senior. The tight end is Jackson Fox, a 6'3", 180-pound junior. And the H-back is Everett Jackson, a 5'10", 160-pound sophomore. Along the offensive line, the left guard is Chase Carter, a 6'1", 250-pound sophomore. The right guard is Evan Von Haney, a 6'4", 260-pound junior. The center is Diego Aguilar, a 5'10", 230-pound senior. The left tackle is Blake Steinbrook, a 5'9", 197-pound junior. And the right tackle is Chase Smith, a 6'1", 210-pound senior. The starting lineup offensive starters for the Owls brought to you by Pizza Palace. Jeff, 0-2 start for the Owls. Again, it's not the start you want it, but in football, it's always the case. You have to turn the page, right? You have to forget about weeks 1 and weeks 2, and you got another opponent. Columbus East is 0-2. They got blitzed last week by their arch rivals, so they're anxious to get on the win column, so this should be a good matchup tonight.
Yes, it really should. You have two teams that are very hungry for a win. You know, you look at Seymour's first game, and we made some mistakes and shot ourselves in the foot a few times that I think they can improve upon. And last week, I'm sure they watched film to see what other areas they can improve upon. So hopefully we come out. It's a good game here for the Owls. We get the victory.
Columbus East has it teed up. Doing the kicking is Skylar Bailey. And back deep for the Owls, Aaron Holtz and Everett Jackson. Bailey has it teed up out the 40-yard line. He is ready to boot it in. Glad you're with us on this Friday night from Bullitt Stadium. And Jackson will take the kick out to 5. Bring it back up 15. Dances a little bit to the 20, and that's about all he's going to get. Maybe the 22-yard line, and that's where he will be brought down. And the Olympians, or the Owls, will set up 1st and 10. And looks like they'll mark it at the 23-yard line, so it'll be 1st and 10 Seymour at their own 23-yard line.
So compared to a touchback, gain of 3 yards there, +3. So we'll look at it from the positive side here.
See what offense formation the Owls come in. Saw a little bit of the wing T. We've seen all different kind, and they will line up in the wing T formation. Everett Jackson and Trayshawn Hawkins are the H-backs. Brody Bowles is the fullback, and Bowles will get the call right up the middle, and he gets hit right across the 25. Gets it up to the 27-yard line, a pickup of about 4. Tackle made by Neilani, or by Ethan Gilly.
Pretty good inside zone run there. Got a good push from our offensive line. We'll take 4 yards on a run.
I was going to say, that's the key is this offense, you have to be set up third and manageable. This offense is not designed for third and long right now at this stage of the season.
Exactly.
Coach is going to hand up the middle. This time it's Hawkins. That's Everett Jackson who got the carry, and he gets hit pretty close to the line of scrimmage. They're going to give him we'll give him a yard, make it 3rd down and 5.
Certainly 3rd and manageable here. See if we get some good pass protection. See if Coates, or maybe even a screen possibly coming here.
The Owls have run that screenplay effectively. Actually ran it really well a couple times last week down at Jeffersonville. The lineup looks like the same formation. Charlie Bruce will go out wide to the right. Milliken comes to the left. Hawkins lines up to the right of Coach, who's under center. Brody Bowles directly behind him at the fullback. Coach takes the snap. He fakes the handoff to Hawkins. He'll throw it down the field, and the pass is caught by Charlie Bruce, and that's a 1st down.
It's a nice little bootleg action coming here to the left and going across the field to a dragging receiver there. What a great play for the Owls. It's good to see him complete that pass.
Sure is. 11 yards on the pass play. And that's a 1st down. It moves the sticks. Again, that's all important, too, is possessions, right?
Absolutely.
Keep the East offense on the sideline. So the Owls?
Yeah, and field position, too.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
1st and 10. Again, Coach under center. He's going to give up the middle. That is Bowles.
Yeah, that was nowhere.
He got hit right at the line of scrimmage. Actually, that's Everett Jackson. So Everett Jackson lined up at the fullback position. Actually, he's going to lose a yard back to the 40-yard line, bring up a 2nd down and 11.
Yeah, our line, they've done really well. On that play, though, that was an outlier. Let's hope it's an outlier because there wasn't much push out of our offensive line.
So the Owls will break this time, and it looks like Coach will be in the center, or will be in the shotgun. Still 2 H-backs, Jackson to the right, Hawkins to the left, Bowles in the pistol formation. Jackson Fox tight end to the right. Hawkins in motion. It's a double handoff.
Yeah.
Jackson has it cut up side of the 45. He's got some room. He's at the 40. He's at the 30. He's at the 20. He's at the 10. Cuts it back at the 5. And he will get into the end zone for a touchdown. 60-yard touchdown run for Everett Jackson off the double handoff, and he broke it and absolutely got a wide open stance, and he took it to the end zone.
Just a little reverse, but not so much to the outside. Cut it in. Had blockers down the field. I don't remember who the blocker was down the field, but did a nice job of blocking down the field. Got it in for the touchdown. That's great to see.
Great start for the Owls here offensively as Everett Jackson goes 60 yards. Adrian Medina in to kick the extra point. Jacob Dow will snap it. Aaron Holt will hold it. He's been in to attempt it twice, and the defense has jumped off sides, and the Owls went for two. This time they don't jump. The snap is a low snap. The ball is down. The kick is away, and the kick is wide to the right. It was a bad slow snap, and Aaron couldn't quite get it down, and the kick misses wide to the right.
Yeah, Jay, these old eyes misjudged that one. As you said, the snap was low, and that kind of just throws everything off. So
on the Bob Pointer Family of Dealership scoreboard, 9:30 to play first quarter. Seymour 6, Columbus East nothing. You're listening to Seymour Football.
Choosing the right health insurance for you and your employees is essential, and now is the perfect time to get Seyho Smart with your benefits. Hi, I'm John Sattler Jr. with Seyho Insurance Services. At Seyho, we provide flexible and affordable health benefits to companies of all sizes. Our wide range of products include fully insured and self-funded plans backed by our local support teams. Give us a call today at 812-378-7070. Visit us online at seyho.org or reach out to your local agent for more information on how to become Seyho Smart.
So the Owls drive 76 yards in 5 plays, 2:21 off the clock, and capped off on a 60-yard run off the double handoff from Everett Jackson. Made a nice little juke move there at the 5 and then dove into the end zone to complete the touchdown. Unfortunately, the extra point was wide to the right, and so the Owls lead it by a score of 6-0 as Medina has it teed up. For the Owls, back deep for the Olympians is Michael Jones. Keaton Lawson, actually, that's not Jones. In my too deep, it was Jones and Lawson, but can't see who that number is over there, Jeff. Can you see who that far number is?
Oh, boy, I can't.
I can't. So Lawson is the man to the left, and it's going to come to Lawson.
32. So
Lawson will get it at the 12, brings it up to the 15, the 25, the 30, breaks a tackle, still on his feet. Now he cuts back into the 35. Dragging a tackler across the 40 down to the 43-yard line. So Keaton Lawson, a senior, able to return it, and that was a 30-yard return. And he sets up in great field position at their own 40. See where they put it down, 42 or 43. Where are they going to set it down at? Looks like the 43-yard line, 1st and 10. Quarterback for the Olympians is Tyson Villarreal. He looks like a middle linebacker, 5'9", 220 pounds.
He does.
Don't let that fool you. He can throw it and he can run it.
He's hard to get down.
He is. Sure. The running back is J.D. Roderts, 5'9", junior. Villarreal will throw his screen pass to Jones. Jones cuts it up across midfield and will go down just short of the first down. Let's give him 8 on that screen pass, 2nd down and 2. As East came out with the wide set of 2 receivers to the right, 1 to the left, they're going to go no huddle. This time it's a pistol formation as Rodert lines directly behind Villarreal. And Villarreal calls the Owls to jump off sides, and that 5 yards will give Columbus East a first down. Case where he just kind of slapped his hands together, and the Owls defender has to be a little more.
Tried to anticipate.
Yeah. Gotta watch the football, not the count, right?
Yep, absolutely. And they practice that daily. So yeah, it's just a miscalculation there.
So the penalty will put it up to the 43-yard line, 1st and 10. Villarreal takes the snaps, going to hand to Roder right up the middle, and he gets hit right at the line of scrimmage. His momentum's going to carry him for a couple yards. Brody Sawyer and Jacob Dow combined on the tackle for the Owls. Give him 4 on the carry, 2nd down and 6.
Yeah, so far East has moved the ball pretty, I won't say easily, but yards have not been hard to come by for them.
Keaton Lawson will split out wide to the right. Michael Jones goes wide to the left. In a pistol formation, they're going to line a tight end. Paxton Thomas goes from right to left. The snap to Villarreal. He'll hand to Roder. Hits at the line of scrimmage. Fights forward for about 2 yards. It was Braden O'Reilly on the stop for the Owls.
Yeah, pretty good way to tighten up the defense there a little bit. You got to think East might be throwing the ball here, maybe on one of those little wide receiver screens again, or maybe a bootleg action, kind of like Seymour did when it was third and 5, about the same yardage here.
3rd and 5. Ball resting at the 38-yard line. Seymour in front, 6-0. Clock moving, 7:40 to play first quarter. Villarreal back to throw. Throws it out front. Passes caught, but short of the first down. Nice tackle by Aaron Holt.
You've got to think this is 4-down territory for them. So a big play coming up here. Really big play.
Pass was complete to Camden Shelley. Pickup of 3, but it's short, and they'll bring up a 4th down and 2. And you're right, the offense stays right there. As the Owls, Aaron Holt, that was a nice open field tackle.
It really was. Open field tackles are hard to do. You can a lot of times over pursue and they get the cut back, and then it's off to the races. So Aaron did a wonderful job there of not over pursuing and making the tackle.
See if the Owls can get a stop here. 4th and 2. The snap to Villarreal. He gave a hand. And it's a first down.
Yeah.
It was Brody Miller, and it looked like they had him pinned for a moment, and then Miller did a nice job waiting on that opening, and he bounced it to the outside and picked up 3 yards, and he needed 2. That's a first down.
It sure looked like we were going to stuff it, but they got that first down. Let's see the defense tighten up here in the red zone here. Hopefully, Columbus East is like IU on Saturday in the red zone.
Absolutely.
IU moved the ball all the way down the field, but then we'll get in the red zone and would sputter. So let's wish that upon Columbus East.
First down and 10 for the Olympians at the 32. Villarreal will hand a Rodert this time. He gets hit by Riley just as he got across the line of scrimmage. He'll fall forward for about a yard. We'll give him 2 on the carry. 2nd down and 8, Braden Riley, middle linebacker for the Owls, hit him just as he crossed the line of scrimmage.
Yeah, did a nice job of filling that A gap. That A gap is just right off the center of the football.
Keaton Lawson splits out to the right. Arthur Bidge out to the left. Villarreal in the shotgun. This time we'll put Rodert to his left. Takes the snap, back to throw. He wants to go up top. It's caught by the tight end Thompson inside the 10-yard line down to the 6. Owls paid attention to the wideouts, and Thompson just went straight down the middle, and Villarreal hit him. A nice pickup of 23 yards, and that'll set the Olympians up 1st and goal at the Seymour 8-yard line, and they will hurry up to the line of scrimmage.
Yeah, they call that a little seam route right out of the tight end. It's basically he just releases straight up the field.
Villarreal now will change the play call as he will look into the sideline. He's kind of came up, still got 10 seconds on the play clock, so you hurry up and then you read the defense and decide if you want to change the play call, which he does. Takes the snap, back to throw. Rolls out to the right. He's got some pressure. Now he's going to come back to the left.
All right.
And he'll throw it into the end zone, touchdown.
Boy, Jay, he is so elusive. Like you said, you look at him.
He doesn't look like a quarterback.
You think we're going to be able to get people on him, but he is very elusive and very quick in short spaces. He just rolled out and found an open receiver.
It was his running back, J.D. Rodert, who was in the end zone for an 8-yard touchdown pass, and the Olympians have tied it with 5:23 to play and an extra point away from taking the lead as they take advantage of a nice kickoff return and drive down the field and score. Doing the kicking for the Olympians is Skylar Bailey. There's the snap. Ball is down. Kick is away, and the kick is good. 5:23 to play on the Bob Pointer Family of Dealerships scoreboard. It's Columbus East 7, Seymour 6. You're listening to Seymour Football.
UTB Protection offers top-tier traffic solutions and serves as your ultimate partner for smooth and safe traffic flow. As a trusted full-service traffic safety expert, they handle everything from flagging busy work zones to road closures for events and even assist with emergency response traffic management. Their expertise extends to designing strategic and efficient routes for any scenario. Count on UTB Protection's unmatched dedication to traffic safety. Connect with them at utbsafety.com or call 812-271-2100. UTB Protection, your premier traffic safety partner.
The Olympians drive 57 yards in 8 plays, 3 minutes and 53 seconds. And it's capped off an 8-yard touchdown pass from Villarreal to J.D. Rodert. Extra point is good. And that puts the Olympians up 7-6 with 5:23 to play first quarter as the Olympians Arab Nilani does the kickoff, and he drills one back to Jackson, who catches it at the 5. Everett's up to the 15, the 20, and he'll get it across the 20, and we'll go down right there, just about the 22-yard line. We'll give him the 22. And the Owls will set up their second possession of the night at their own 22-yard line. They were able to go 77 yards their first possession. Of course, 60 yards was on the touchdown run, but still they were able to drive, and now we'll get their second possession here as 5:17 to play first quarter. They'll come out with the wing T formation. Milliken will split out to the right. Hawkins and Jackson are the H-backs, and Brody Bowles the fullback. In the pistol formation, Coach will give it to Hawkins around left end. He's going to have to really work for some yardage, and he will get nothing. He was able to get it back to the line of scrimmage. We'll give him the line of scrimmage, and it'll bring up a 2nd down and 10. Actually, Lance going to give him a yard, so they do mark it at the 23. So,
it's really like a sweep, but it's a very deep one at that. So he had to make up a lot of ground. He went east and west quite a ways, but not very far north and south.
Give credit. East really did a nice job spreading that out. Wouldn't let him turn up
absolutely
turn up and what he wanted to do.
That defensive end did a nice job of that, and that outside linebacker as well.
So 2nd down and 9, same formation. This time they'll coach under center. He will hand to Hawkins a jet sweep to the right. Hawkins looks to cut it in, and he does find a little room. We'll give him across the 25 to the 26. We'll give him 3 yards. And that'll bring up a 3rd and a little more manageable for the Owls. 3rd down and 6 from the 26-yard line.
Yeah, last time they ran a little bootleg. You got to think the screen's coming at some point tonight. Maybe not here, but we'll see.
Coach gets gets this call from his offensive coordinator / head coach Tyson Moore, as he will bring it up to the line of scrimmage. Looks like he's going to line up under center. Jackson lines up as an H-back to the right. Milliken even at an H-back. Coach back to throw. Steps up, wants to set up the screen. And Hawkins loses the football, and I think the Olympians have it.
So the key on the screen is the blocking out of our line, and we just got nothing out of that. And as a result, that outside linebacker stuffed him and forced him to fumble the football.
Brody Miller is the one who recovered the ball for the Olympians, and they'll set up 1st and 10. Keaton Lawson recovered it, and Brody Miller forced it. Unfortunately, it wasn't going to be a 1st down, but it gives East the ball at Seymour's 26-yard line.
Yeah, normally we execute that screen pretty well. We just missed an assignment there, and that's why you need 11 guys working towards one goal in football.
One thing, Coach, that I talked about, you cannot have turnovers.
No.
With an offense that is going to struggle at times, you can't give the teams small fields. And
you can't give them the short field.
So that last week against Jeffersonville, it came back to haunt us. Now let's see what Villarreal does. Back to throw. Throws it across the middle. Passes incomplete.
Pretty good coverage there.
That was great coverage by Parker Smith.
Okay, Parker Smith.
Cooper Smith. I'm sorry, Cooper Smith.
Right. Really good. They had what's called a bunch formation. It's triples to the right in a bunch formation. Then they had a wide out to the left, and they threw it to him down the seam.
Pass was intended for Cam Shelley, but Cooper Smith made a nice defensive play. Cooper had an interception here in week 1. Remember that right in that end zone, right before the end of the first half.
He sure did.
Good coverage there. Brings up a 2nd down for the Olympians at Seymour's 26-yard line. Clock stops on the incomplete pass. 3:34 to play. First quarter. Columbus East up 7-6. Villarreal back to throw, but before that, the Olympians are going to take a timeout. We'll step aside for 30 seconds. You're listening to Seymour Football on 92.7 WXKU.
When you buy insurance, you are buying more than just a policy. You're buying the service that goes with that policy. I'm Lance Gentry, partner at Beatty Insurance. Since 1863, the staff at Beatty Insurance has been providing unparalleled service to our customers and to our community. We live here, we are active in local organizations that give back, and we love serving you. Beatty Insurance offers business, homeowners, auto, farm, and life insurance. Call Beatty Insurance for a quote today at 812-522-5640 or check out our website at beattyinsurance.com. Beatty Insurance. We are here when you need us.
2nd down and 10 for the Olympians. Ball at the Seymour 26-yard line. Villarreal in the shotgun. Takes the snap. Hands to Roder, tries to bounce it to the right end. Nice. Al's had him right at the line of scrimmage. That was originally it was Brody Sawyer who got a hold of him, but he was able to step out of that tackle and pick up 6. Aaron Holt came up to make the stop. Had a chance to get him right at the line of scrimmage, but he was able to get 6 and bring up a 3rd down and 4 at the 20-yard line.
Couple big plays here coming up. Hopefully we stop him here, get him in a 4th down situation.
So a 3rd down and 4, ball at the 20-yard line. In the shotgun, Villarreal. In motion is Shelley. Back to throw is Villarreal. Wants to set up the screen. The Owls have pressure. They're going to get him down. Nope, he's going to fight forward for the first down, at least close to it. Boy, the Owls had a chance to get him in the backfield on a sack, and he was able to fight through a couple tackles, get right up to the line of scrimmage. So they're not going to give him the first, though. They're going to make him about a half a yard short. Nope, now they do signal first down.
Yeah, I tell you what, we had great coverage. They tried to run a little out route with that motion guy, and we picked him up really well. Charlie Bruce was over here, did a nice job. Quarterback scrambled. That's where they got the play.
Nehemiah Jones had a shot there to get him and just simply couldn't bring him down. Now this time the handoff is to another running back in there for the Olympians. That was Brody Miller. And he carries it up the middle for a good chunk of yards. Give him 7. Bring up a 2nd and 3. And again, East hurries to the line of scrimmage with receivers to either side. Villarreal hands to Miller. He bounces it to the left side. He's going to have a first down at the 5-yard line. It'll be 1st and goal for the Olympians at Seymour's 5-yard line. And the Olympians trying to take advantage of the fumble and put on the board, put it in the end zone for the 2nd time.
See, this defense tightens up a little bit here. Looks like they got their power formation in.
Villarreal with Miller to his left. This time he throws it right across the middle, and it's incomplete. Faked it to the running back and tried to hit the receiver, Asher Bidge, the tight end, and got a little ahead of himself that time. He was open.
He was wide open.
The throw was just too.
And you know, that's a play as a coach I've run many times, but we would do it out of our slot instead of the tight end because we didn't always run a tight end. It's a beautiful play. People just bite temporarily on that fake, and it leaves somebody wide open down the seams.
But you run that on first down, you got 3 more downs.
Yeah.
You certainly, the way they move the ball, they like their chances. This time, Villarreal is going to keep it. He bowls over a tackler down to about the 2-yard line. Bring up a 3rd down and goal.
You know, he always falls forward. I don't think I've seen him fall backwards yet.
Brody Sawyer and Aaron Holt combined for the tackle. Now he's going to run a quarterback sneak right up the middle, and I believe he's got it. No signal yet. Oh, did they give the signal? Okay, touchdown Olympians. I was watching that far guy who never did, but the near guy did. 2-yard touchdown run for Kyson Villarreal.
I tried to jinx him there, you know?
The Olympians take advantage of the fumble, the short field, and they score for the 2nd time. And in to attempt the extra point is Skylar Bailey. Villarreal is the holder. Kick is away, and the kick is good. 1:12 to play on the Bob Pointer Family of Dealership scoreboard. It's Columbus East 14, Seymour 6. Back with the Olympians kickoff in a moment. You're listening to Seymour Football.
For 125 years, JC Bank has been right beside you, cheering for every touchdown and every three-pointer. That's because we're your community bank, proudly supporting the teams that make our towns come alive. Just like the dedication of our local high school athletes, JC Bank is dedicated to providing personalized banking, investments, and trust services for you and your family. Experience the JC Bank difference. Stop in today or visit us online at jcbank.com. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
Olympians drive 26 yards in 8 plays, 2:26 off the clock. 2-yard touchdown run for Kyson Villarreal. He's now thrown for 1 and rushed for 1. Extra point good, and the Olympians extend their lead now to 14-6. And the East kicker, Ariv Nihalani, has it teed up at the 40-yard line. He's kicked 2 kickoffs inside the 5, so that's exactly what you want for your kickoff guy. So he approaches the ball. This is another end-over-end kick that Jackson will field at the 2. Bring it up to the 10, the 15, the 20. Cuts it back inside. Will get hit and go right down just shy of the 25. They'll mark it up to 24. Or the Owls will set up shop. 1st and 10. Want to say hi, a good friend of ours, Scott Davis, has us tuned in and says we're doing a fantastic job tonight.
Thank you. Lance is keeping us with the stats here. He's behind the scenes, really helping us out.
Lance does a fantastic job on the stats.
You can tell he's been doing this for a while.
1st and 10, the Owls at the 24-yard line. First possession, a touchdown. Second possession, a fumble. Let's see what we can do here on number 3. Coates under center. Wing T formation. Going to hand to Hawkins right up the middle. And Trayshawn, looked like he was going to get hit by the line of scrimmage and was able to juke out of a tackle and pick up a nice gain of 7 on the first down.
It's good to see that, that second effort. We saw that of East quarterback quite a bit. And, it's good to see our running back do that.
Actually give him 8 on the play. They'll move it up, put the ball at the 32-yard line, bring up a 2nd down and 2. Milliken lines up to the left. Jackson Fox tight end to the right. Coates under center with 2 H-backs. Brody Bowles the fullback. In motion, Jackson, the hand to Hawkins. Again, he's got a first down. He bounces it out to the left to the 45, and he's going to get up to about the 48-yard line. Evan Von Haney threw an outstanding block there, and you saw it too, didn't you?
He sure did. He sure did. I was watching my nephew, Alex Milliken, here because he's the wideout. He normally does an excellent job of blocking, but on that one, his guy made the tackle. But he's normally just very aggressive, but it's, like tackling in the open field, it is also hard sometimes to block in the open field. There's just so much space.
And that will be the final play of the first quarter. 16-yard run for Trayshawn. The Owls will have it 1st and 10 at their own 48-yard line when second quarter play picks up. After 1 on the Bob Pointer Family of Dealerships scoreboard, it's Columbus East 14, Seymour 6. You're listening to Seymour Football.
Bob Pointer Family of Dealerships is happy to be supporting local high school athletics. You'll score big when you visit any of their locations for sales and service or their collision center for all your auto repair needs. They've been servicing South Central Indiana since 1979. Bob Pointer Family of Dealerships will also purchase your vehicle in the event you're not quite ready to sell or trade. Check them out, Bob Pointer Family of Dealerships, online at bobpointer.com.
Let me ask you a question. Are you looking to spruce up your living room with a vibrant splash of color? Or maybe give your exterior a fresh coat of paint that turns heads? Or dive into the world of trendy wallpaper designs? Well, if the answer is yes, or even maybe, it's time to call S&B Wall Coverings. From commercial to residential projects, they tackle it all. Painting, epoxy flooring, light remodeling, insulation needs. Their quotes are absolutely free, so you'll know exactly what you'll pay for. Don't wait any longer. Contact S&B Wall Coverings today. Watch your home turn into the place you love. 812-216-0162.
Back here at Bullitt Stadium, along with Jeff Claycamp and Lance Hubbard, Jay Hubbard, the Owls trail Columbus East 14-6. First play of the second quarter, Everett Jackson took it right up the middle for 2 yards, and they gets it up to the 50-yard line where the Owls will have 2nd down and 8.
Yeah, it wasn't a bad first run. I'd rather have 3 or 4, but we'll take 2.
Coates in the shotgun this time, sandwiched by the running backs Jackson and Hawkins. Max going to give it to Hawkins, and he's going to get hit. That was a read option, and Mac has done a really good job this year.
Mm-hmm.
He did not do a good job of reading that one. He should have kept it himself because Hawkins loses 4, and that linebacker was all over Trayshawn.
That one is a mesh play, like you said, a read option, and that one you pull.
I'll be honest with you, Max has done a sensational job this year making decisions. He knows. You can tell he understands when to give it and when to keep it.
Smart kid, yes.
That one, he didn't make the right decision.
Yeah.
But that's all right.
And that happens.
That happens.
Yeah.
3rd down and 12, back at the 46-yard line. This time, Max in the shotgun. Takes the snap, back to throw. He's got some pressure, rolls to the left, fires it downfield. Pass is caught by Milliken, going to be short of the first down, and then he gets thrown out of bounds, but a little excessive maybe, but official says, come on.
I can see where he held what you call the laundry there. He held the laundry, so.
Isaac Fields, the defender. The pass
like we're going to go for it, maybe?
The pass complete to Milliken was good for 8 yards, but that'll leave the Owls 4th and 5 at the Columbus East 47. And as of now, the offensive unit is out of the field. Although Tyson Moore, he's going to take a timeout.
That's what he's going to do here.
Going to give him an extra 20 seconds to think about whether or not he wants to go for it here, or if he does, what play call he's going to make. So he's going to call a timeout.
He's telling the official. Yeah.
We'll see what the Owls do when we come back. You're listening to Seymour Football on 92.7 WXKU.
Having the proper insurance coverage in place at the time of loss is paramount. We at Stahl Insurance are an independent insurance agency providing insurance solutions from many highly rated companies. We take the time to evaluate each individual client's risks and put together insurance solutions that fit your needs. Stop by our office at 211 North Chestnut Street in Seymour or give us a call at 812-524-0692. One of our experienced agents, Shane Tremoyan, Nathan Newkirk, Ben Stahl, or Chris Stahl, are here to help. Also visit us online at StahlInsuranceGroup.com.
We also have a 4th and 5 at the Columbus East 47-yard line. And I was watching to see what the Owls. I think they're going to go for it. Aaron Holt has not moved from the sideline. He's the punter, and he's been standing down there and hasn't moved. So I think the Owls are going to go for it. And we'll see what Coach Moore draws up on 4th and 5.
I certainly don't blame him for going for it.
No, I don't either, because you got to think possessions are going to be at a premium, and you got to take advantage of them.
And we kick at the half, after the half, so they're going to get the ball to start the third quarter.
Yeah, I was looking a little confused on where they line up at. Colts is under center with wing T formation. In motion, Hawkins. The hand of Bowles up the middle, and it's
going to be close. It's going to be real close.
I thought he was going to have it at first.
The far side official, if we go by his spot, I think we'll be okay. They're going to measure.
They're going to take a look. They're going to stop the clock. Columbus East thinks it's short.
And it should be the far side umpire's job there to spot that.
Well, I thought Brody had that easily.
I did, and then he got stuck.
Yeah, now they're going to just say Columbus East football.
Oh, wow, not even a measure.
Not even going to measure it.
Well, again, these 53-year-old eyes are deceiving me tonight.
Well, pickup. I will say he had to get to the 42.
Yeah,
and it's shy of the 42. Yeah. So I thought he was short at first, but I thought he was going to have it. It looked like he was going to get a nice play call. Everybody thought Hawkins was going to get it. Bowles tried to counterattack and just got stopped short. So now Columbus East takes over. Villarreal across the middle, passes complete to Lawson. Across the 40 into Seymour down to the 33-yard line. First pass catch of the night for Lawson, a name that Seymour Athletics have gotten used to over the years. Basketball player, baseball player, 25-yard pickup for the Olympians. Villarreal to Lawson. Now this time, Villarreal is going to keep it. Bowles his way down across the 25 to the 24-yard line. Pickup of 9 on the play, and I'll bring up a 2nd down and 1, and the Olympians offensively right back to their rolling ways.
Jacob Dow made a nice downfield tackle there from being a defensive end.
Now we got a whistle, and they're going to reset the play clock. Play clock was at 0, but they will reset it and then wind the clock. 8:57 to play. East up 14-6 and driving. 2nd and 1. Villarreal across the middle. Pass is complete by Verge and inside the 10-yard line to the 8. Pickup of 16 on the play, and that's like you said, that Seymour out. Yeah, just really nobody.
Yeah,
else are not able to cover that.
Yeah, Milliken was playing deep as a safety there. Came up and made a good tackle, but a little too late there.
First and goal this time. Villarreal keeps it on the read option. Fights his way forward. A Seymour player loses his helmet as Villarreal fights his way all the way down inside the 5, down to the 2-yard line. Pickup of 6, second down and goal for the Olympians. They'll put it at the 3-yard line.
I tell you, Brody Sawyer, he gives it all, doesn't he? He gives it his all.
This time, Rodert will get the carry, and he will bounce it to the right and take it into the end zone for the touchdown. A 2-yard touchdown run for J.D. Rodert. And the Olympians take advantage of the short field again after stopping the Owls on down. And they make it 3 for 3 on possessions and score to make it 20-6, pending the extra points.
You know, sometimes the best defense is a sustained drive or two. And it'd be nice this next possession to get good sustained drive to keep East off the field a little bit.
Kick is good by Skylar Bailey. 8:10 to play on the Bob Pointer Family of Dealerships scoreboard. It's Columbus East 21, Seymour 6. Back with the kickoff in a moment. You're listening to Seymour Football. And back here at Bullitt Stadium, 5 plays, 58 yards, a minute 30 on the clock. Taken off, and the Olympians make it a 21-6 ball game on the 2-yard run by J.D. Rodert. As Arav Neelahani has it teed off, or has it teed up at the 40-yard line. There's the kick. It'll be Jackson at the 5, up to the 20, the 25, cuts it inside to the 30 and across the 30-yard line, where he'll go down right there, and the Owls will set up shop at 1st and 10, just across the 30-yard line.
Yeah, you know, there's a prime example of the kick was a little shorter, and we hadn't started outside the 25 all night. Now with this one, we started at the 30. So it shows you how valuable a kicker is to a football game. Oh, they got a penalty, too.
A face mask on the Olympians. So we'll see. Looks like it's going to be maybe 5-yard. Way the Olympians are standing, it's just a 5-yard face mask added on to the end of the run. Nope, it's going to be a 15-yard.
All right, we'll take it. Got 8 minutes to go here in the second quarter. Let's see what we can do here. Got pretty good field position to start this drive. So
I also have it 1st and 10 now at their own 45-yard line. As Seymour will bring it up with this time a little different formation. Milliken to the right. H-back is Jackson. Hawkins lines up as an H-back to the right of Coates. The hand is to Bowles right across the middle, and he gets a yard. Brody Bowles gets a yard, bring up a 2nd down and 9.
I think we'll see that play out of Brownstown in a couple weeks, will we not?
I think you're right. I have a feeling there's going to be a lot of running plays with those two teams meet.
Yeah, and how Brownstown always, the quarterback has his back to the field to hand it off. It's always so deceiving. So
actually, they're going to mark him at the 40-yard line, so no gain there. 2nd down at 45, 2nd down and 10. Clock moving, 7:20 to play, second quarter. Coates this time will run up and go under center. Take the snap, rolls out left, has some pressure. Bird's giving him a look, and he pulls him back. And I think the Owls were asking maybe for a horse collar, but I think he got the back of the jersey.
Yeah, that's
Asher Burge is the one who brought him down. He kind of pulled his jersey, and now we're thinking it might have been a horse collar, but it looked like he just pulled the back of his jersey back. So
the football purist in me is glad. I mean, I wish we would have gotten the yardage, but yet I'm not a big fan of the horse collar tackle. As a defender, so many times it's hard to determine, just to get your hand on the running back or quarterback. So
3rd down and 13 now for the Owls back at the 42-yard line. Clock is moving. Play clock is down to 1. Now, it's going to have to hurry to get it off. They do. Nope.
Oh.
I think Seymour called a timeout.
Okay.
Yeah, the play clock was down to 2. The Owls call a timeout to try to come up with a play here on 3rd and long. We'll step aside, 6:25 to play. Columbus East 21, Seymour 6. You're listening to Seymour Football.
Looking for straight teeth without breaking the bank? At Jackson County Dental in Seymour, you can enjoy top-tier care with Invisalign that fits your busy lifestyle and budget. For the week of September 22nd through 25th, score a free Invisalign line consultation, plus get up to 30% off select treatments at Jackson County Dental. Take those first steps toward your best smile. Call us now at 812-522-8608 to schedule your appointment. Jackson County Dental, downtown Seymour.
6:25 up to play, second quarter. What a beautiful night for football.
Oh, it is. You couldn't ask for better weather. This is what it's all about.
Sweatshirts, feel good.
Fall Friday night.
Fall Friday nights. Absolutely. Stadium Drive is packed. Look at the cars parked on the stadium.
Yeah.
Got a few of them, I'm sure, listening to us on the broadcast.
Nice.
Thank you all very much for being with us. And
absolutely.
Hope you're enjoying the broadcast as well as the action here tonight. Seymour 3rd and 13, resting at the 42-yard line. Coach takes the snap, straight back to throw. Now he's got some pressure. He's going to get hit and go down. Looked like Brody Miller was the one who got him, 5'9", 180-pound senior. And Coach sacked all the way back at the 33-yard line, and that will bring up a 4th down, a 9-yard quarterback sack.
You know, he on that one, I didn't see the coverage, but it could have been because he seemed to have just a few seconds to make a pass, but I'm sure they were covered downfield. Sometimes what they call that is a coverage sack because the coverage on the receivers was so good that the defensive players got to the quarterback. Not saying that's what happened there, but it does happen.
Now, the Owls had to take another timeout because they didn't have the right people out there for the punt. They still only got, they only got 10 guys out there. So one guy just ran out there and still only 10 guys on the field.
We won't single out.
Well, now we got 2 guys running onto the field, but you only have to have, that means there's 12. Total confusion.
All right, we got it.
All right, and now we're ready to line up, but they had to take a timeout, so East is over on the sideline huddling up.
And I'm telling you, they practice this.
I know.
Every Thursday.
That's what makes it so. That's why Coach, I'm sure, and I could just tell Coach is frustrated. He's like, you got to know.
Yeah.
You have to know if we're punting, you're on that punt team.
Yeah.
There's the snap. Aaron gets the snap. He gets the punt away. It's a nice kick that will be taken by Lawson at the 34. Brings it up, breaks a tackle across the 40, and gets up to the 45-yard line. And the Olympians will set up shop 1st and 10. Looks like they'll mark his knee down just shy of the 45, the nose of the football on the 45-yard line. 5:44 to play. Olympians are 3 for 3 on their drives. They have scored touchdowns in each of their first 3 possessions. On the first drive, they did have to convert a 4th down.
Yeah, they did. They did.
On their second possession, they had a 3rd and long that the Owls looked like they were going to have a chance to stop them, but not the case so far. Lawson will go in motion from right to left. 2 receivers to either side. Villarreal back to throw. He wants to air it deep for Lawson. Double coverage, and it's still called anyway, as Lawson just went up and got it.
Yeah, on that one, the coverage was pretty good. Kid just made a better play.
That Lawson just he knew where the ball was, and he just went and got it. And the Owls had him double covered. That's
Charlie Bruce was on him. He just Lawson, like you said, he knew where the ball was going, knew when to turn around. That's why he got the ball. He just made a better play.
39-yard pass play from Villarreal to Lawson. And the Olympians in the red zone. Back to throw again. This time he has all kind of time. Throws to the right. Now he finds Lawson. He will take it into the end zone. He simply had able to pack a lunch back there, and found Lawson, who was all the way lined up all the way to the left. He goes all the way across the field to the right, makes the catch.
Drag or kind of a post all the way across the field.
That is a 13-yard touchdown pass from Villarreal to Lawson. Second touchdown pass of the night for Villarreal. And the Olympians in front now 27-6. Skylar Bailey in to kick the extra point. Ball is down, kick is away, and the kick is good. 5:13 to play on the Bob Pointer Family of Dealership scoreboard. Columbus East 28, Seymour 6. You're listening to Seymour Football.
New Legacy understands the importance of securing your future, and we are ready to serve you at either of our locations in Seymour or Scottsburg. Insurance isn't just about protection. It's about providing peace of mind and financial security for you and your loved ones. Whether it's safeguarding your business, home, or health, New Legacy is here to guide you through the process and ensure you have the coverage you need. Don't wait until it's too late to protect what matters most. Call today at 812-271-2000 or visit us to start building a legacy of security. When it comes to insurance, do what you do best and delegate the rest to us at New Legacy.
Jackson Live and Event Center is Jackson County's place for live entertainment. Saturday, September 13th, No Fences, the ultimate tribute to Garth Brooks. Friday, October 10th, J.D. Shelburne. And mark your calendars for Thursday, October 23rd, Jimmy Allen. And Saturday, October 25th, Nashville recording artist John Paycheck. Jackson Live can also host wedding receptions, fundraisers, and company parties. Visit JacksonLiveandEvents.com today for tickets and details.
Columbus East, 55 yards in 2 plays, both pass plays to Lawson. The latter a 13-yard pass, and the Owls, or the Olympians, score again. This kick is taken by an up back for the Owls and brought back up to the 40. Cooper Smith is the one who got the kick, and he will set the Owls up in good field position at their own 41-yard line. That time they did a little dribble kick.
Yeah, I didn't know it, like a kind of a mix between a all-out kick and a squib kick almost. But yeah, kicked it short. Got us good field position here again.
So let's see if the Owls can take advantage. Ball resting at the 41-yard line. Jackson in the slot. Coates takes the snap, hands to Bowles, and he is going to be hit right at the line of scrimmage and driven back.
Yeah, there was just nothing there.
Forward progress will give him a yard, and it'll bring up a 2nd down and 9 at the 42-yard line. Clock moving with 4:38 to play here in the second quarter. Columbus East up 28-6. Owls scored the first points of the night, a long touchdown run by Trayshawn Hawkins, but East has come back with 4 straight touchdown drives. Now Coach will keep
a good read.
Yeah, exactly. That's a great read that time by Max. Read option, able to get 4 yards. Again, had he given it to Hawkins on that one, Hawkins would have been hit behind the line of scrimmage. And Max made a nice read that time.
Made the perfect read.
Picks up 4 yards. Bring up a 3rd and 5 at the 46-yard line.
Yeah, for you guys at home, what they do on that is they read that defensive end or the first penetration, and if that guy squeezes down towards the ball, the quarterback pulls it and runs it to the outside. If he doesn't squeeze it down, you hand it off up the middle. You get some yardage.
This time, Coach will line up in the shotgun. Double. They try the double handoff. Nope. Actually, it's Everett Jackson. Okay. He fights through and gets a first down.
All right.
Across the 50-yard line. I thought Hawkins had kept it, but actually Jackson did have it, and he picks up a first down.
Yeah, the execution on that was excellent. That was that same run that we scored on.
Absolutely.
You know, and so we went back to that well, and it worked.
Everett Jackson, a 7-yard run, and the Owls have a first down. Across midfield at the 47, and Everett did a nice job breaking a tackle, too.
He really
was
did.
Hit short of the first down. So 1st and 10 at the East 47. In the shotgun is Coates. Takes the snap. Going to hand to Hawkins this time. Tries to bounce it out to the right side, and he has a nice game across up to the 41-yard line. Once again, Evan Von Haney throwing a nice block leading the way.
Yeah, you just feel like the Owls are trying to kind of come to life here with this drive. It's kind of good to see here.
6-yard pickup for
a little success will lead to more success. And
2nd down and 4. Ball resting at the Columbus East 41-yard line. Coates in the shotgun, takes the snap. He's going to keep it himself. And he's got another first down across the 35 down to the 33-yard line. 7-yard pickup. And again, a nice decision there by Max. Keep in mind, he's playing his 3rd varsity football game.
Right.
You know, it's just he's going to have some growing pains. And I say that only, and we say that only because he made the one bad choice, and that's one of the few bad choices he's made.
Absolutely. I remember when Max was in 5th grade, I was teaching at Brown, and I begged him to play football. I don't think he started the game of football until maybe 8th grade or so.
Is that right?
So he's very, very new to the game. So
clock under 2 minutes, so keep an eye on that as we go under 2 minutes. This time the handoff is to Jackson. He tries to bounce it out to the left side, and he's going to struggle to get back to the line of scrimmage. In fact, he is going to lose a yard. That time East did a nice job spreading it out, and Everett just simply could not get the lane to cut into.
Yeah, we were very fortunate to get it back close to the line of scrimmage on that one. So,
yeah,
thanks to Everett's efforts there.
Keep in mind, too, the Owls are without a timeout. They had to call that timeout on the punt.
Yeah,
or they had the confusion.
We're running the ball, so
we have – the Owls do not have any timeouts left. So, I know the last thing Coach Moore wants to do is give East any kind of time on the drive. He'd love to put this into the end zone.
Right.
Coach this time under center. Back to throw. Wants to set up.
In the pocket.
He's going to go deep. He's got it open. Alex.
Catch. Great play. It was, what was really nice about that is he stepped up in the pocket to make a play. He got some pressure, stepped up into the pocket, had patience, threw it to Milliken for a great catch.
22-yard pass play for Alex from Coach to Milliken. And the Owls have a 1st and 10 at the 13-yard line. And he went out of bounds, too, to stop the clock.
Absolutely.
Coach under center this time. Takes the snap. Hands to Hawkins.
There's a
bounces it to the left. He's got some room inside the 10, down to the 6-yard line.
If he had bounced it to the outside, it would have been him. But he still made a great play.
Clock moving as we go under a minute. Seymour, shotgun now for Coates, and I think Columbus East is going to take a timeout.
We'll take that. We'll let him call that timeout.
42 seconds left to play second quarter. The Owls threatening. Down 28-6. More Seymour football in a moment.
Your eyes are the windows into your health. Hi, I'm Dr. Lambring with Connor Smith Eye Center. Do you know why your annual exam is so important? Some physical illnesses can be discovered by routine tests during an eye exam. At Connor Smith Eye Center, you receive the latest in eye technology and treatment. From children to senior citizens, from a first eye exam to specialized eye care, Connor Smith Eye Center is here for you. Make your appointment today. Connor Smith Eye Center, 707 West Tipton Street in Seymour. See your future clearly.
Well, let's see if the Owls can punch one in here to the end zone here to end the first half. Trailing 28-6. This will be the 9th play of the drive.
Is it on the near hash here, Jay, or is it, close to the near hash?
Yes. Be a 2nd and 4. And like you said, I know East took the timeout because they they would obviously like to keep Seymour. They're kind of on their heels, but it gives Seymour a chance to regroup and they don't have any timeout.
Well, and you call 2 plays here.
Yeah, exactly.
Timeout, you call 2 plays.
2nd down and 4 at the 7-yard line.
I think you're running into the boundary or passing to this boundary over here. To the
Hawkins and Jackson as the wing backs. The hand to Hawkins. No, he does it. He throws it in zone. And touchdown! Max Coach, what a throw to Alex Milliken.
Supposed fool, Jay.
Absolutely he did.
I'm looking here to the near side, and then I see Coach roll out. I didn't know he had the ball.
Did. He had a great throw. And what a great throw.
Yes.
What a great throw from Max Coates as he just threw it over the back shoulder. Milliken makes a great catch. It's a 7-yard touchdown pass, and the Owls on the board with 37 seconds to play. The question was Milliken in bounds, and he got that foot in.
Yep. he Coach threw it towards that back corner. Like you said, you couldn't ask for a better toss.
Medina's kick this time is right down the
middle to get some momentum.
And that was absolutely a great drive there for the Owls to get on the board. 37 seconds left to play. First half, it's Columbus East 28, Seymour 13. Back with the Owls kickoff in 30 seconds.
Choosing the right health insurance for you and your employees is essential, and now is the perfect time to get Seyho Smart with your benefits. Hi, I'm John Sattler Jr. with Seyho Insurance Services. At Seyho, we provide flexible and affordable health benefits to companies of all sizes. Our wide range of products include fully insured and self-funded plans backed by our local support teams. Give us a call today at 812-378-7070. Visit us online at seyho.org or reach out to your local agent for more information on how to become Seyho Smart.
Oh, a great drive for Seymour there to close the first half as they go 59 yards in 9 plays, 431, and it's capped off on a 7-yard touchdown pass from Max Coates to Alex Milliken. The extra point is good, and the Owls trim the lead to 28-13 with 37 seconds left to play here in the first half.
You know, Jay, there was an example of how the little things mean so much. And by that, I mean that fake was so great.
I thought Trayshawn had the ball, and you did as well.
I did, and I've watched football for many years and coached football. That was just a great fake by both Coates and the running back there by Trayshawn.
Medina's kick is a line drive kick that Lawson will take at the 10. Brings it back up the middle, 25. Cuts it to the outside, the 30. Tries to find room, and he's got some room to work. 45 into Seymour territory at the 40, down to the 35. He breaks another tackle, still on his feet, and finally goes down about the 31-yard line.
We've got 18.5 seconds here to hold him.
But that sets Columbus East up at the Seymour 32-yard line with 18 seconds to play. Boy, you know, this obviously, and one timeout left for the Olympians. They've got an opportunity here to put points on the board. Their kicker has a good leg, so they need about, I would say, 10 yards, probably get it to about the 15 or 20-yard line before.
Yeah. If I were a betting man, Lawson will probably get the football here. Little bitty little seam route.
Villarreal back to throw. Throws it right across the middle. Passes complete to Jones. He breaks a tackle at the 20 inside the 15 and down to the 14-yard line.
Seconds.
With 10.3 seconds.
They're going to ground the ball here.
With the first down, they're able to ground. The clock will stop, and now Villarreal spikes it with 7.9, and they still have the one timeout left. Oh, this would just be a crusher.
Momentum killer.
This would just be an absolute backbreaker if the Olympians are able to put this in. 17-yard pass that time to Jones. Boy, the Owls, got to come up with somehow find a way to stop them here on the end zone, getting into the end zone. Villarreal in the shotgun, takes the snap, back to throw, across the middle. It's caught, touchdown.
Right down the seam again.
Goodness gracious.
Yep.
A 10-yard pass, 15-yard pass to Paxton Thomas, the tight end, right across the middle. And the Olympians, 2 plays, they're in the end zone. And they extend the lead to 34-13, and that is just an absolute backbreaker.
Yeah, you know, you preach the little things mean a lot.
Kickoff,
that's it.
The
That's
kickoff,
right there.
You got to cover. You got to cover the kickoff.
You really do. Oh well, a couple things. Number one, sometimes you just kick the ball poorly. It was a pretty hard kick, but it was really low, so it didn't give our guys enough time to get down the field. And then on top of that, you compound it by not making good tackles. You know, squeezing down on the football or on the ball carrier, and it leads to a very, very short field.
Olympians, 32 yards in 2 plays. Took them 14 seconds to get into the end zone. And it's a 15-yard touchdown pass from Villarreal to Thompson. The extra point was good. And it's 35-13. 58-yard kickoff return by Lawson set it up. And it looked like the Owls were going to be able to go in 2 possessions down. Instead, now down 35-13, and East will get the ball first to start the second half. That's just that. It's just a killer.
It really is. We'll see what we do. I think at the half, you talk about segments of the game. Let's win the next 3 minutes. Let's win this next drive. You try not to look at the score. You try to just improve as a football team and see what you can do in the second half. Another short kick.
It is a squibber. That is picked up by Everett Jackson, and he will bring it up to the 27-yard line, and that will end the first half of play. So the Olympians take advantage of the kickoff return and score right before the half to make it 35-13. That is our halftime score in favor of Columbus East. Our halftime show coming up, we'll talk with Seymour girls cross-country coach Spencer Sunbury. That is our fall sports spotlight tonight. And we'll talk with Spencer here in a couple minutes. It's halftime. Columbus East 35, Seymour 13. You're listening to Seymour Football.
Got a new bone or joint injury? Schneck's Orthopedic Walk-In Clinic in Seymour is here to help. No appointment needed. Open Monday through Friday, 8 to 11 a.m. and 1 to 4 p.m. We provide expert orthopedic care for the whole family. New or existing patients are welcome, and our specialists are ready to help with on-site x-ray, casting, and bracing services for fast, same-day answers and care. When the unexpected happens, visit Schneck's Orthopedic Walk-In Clinic to get back on your feet. Visit schneckmed.org for details.
Choosing the right health insurance for you and your employees is essential, and now is the perfect time to get Seyho Smart with your benefits. Hi, I'm John Sattler Jr. with Seyho Insurance Services. At Seyho, we provide flexible and affordable health benefits to companies of all sizes. Our wide range of products include fully insured and self-funded plans backed by our local support teams. Give us a call today at 812-378-7070. Visit us online at seyho.org. or reach out to your local agent for more information on how to become Seyho Smart.
UTB Protection offers top-tier traffic solutions and serves as your ultimate partner for smooth and safe traffic flow. As a trusted full-service traffic safety expert, they handle everything from flagging busy work zones to road closures for events and even assist with emergency response traffic management. Their expertise extends to designing strategic and efficient routes for any scenario. Count on UTB Protection's unmatched dedication to traffic safety. Connect with them at utbsafety.com or call 812-271-2100. UTB Protection, your premier traffic safety partner.
For 125 years, JC Bank has been right beside you, cheering for every touchdown and every three-pointer. That's because we're your community bank, proudly supporting the teams that make our towns come alive. Just like the dedication of our local high school athletes, JC Bank is dedicated to providing personalized banking, investments, and trust services for you and your family. Experience the JC Bank difference. Stop in today or visit us online at jcbank.com. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
Rooted in Jackson County, Prosperity Financial aims to provide exceptional service and guidance to all who come through our doors. Retirement planning, wealth management, college planning, life insurance, and Social Security analysis are just a few of the services we offer. Stan Tremoyan, Brian Covener, and myself, Ryan Benter, are here to help. We're located at 419 West 2nd Street, Seymour, or give us a call at 812-522-3180.
Securities offered through Parkland Securities, LLC, member FINRA SIPC. Prosperity Financial is independent of Parkland Securities, LLC.
Halftime here as the Owls take on Columbus East. And our fall sports spotlight tonight is on the girls cross-country team as we spend some time here with Coach Spencer Sunbury. And I was trying to think, Coach, how many years? Do you know? You're laughing. Am I putting you on the spot?
Oh, Randy and I go around every year. We're trying to figure that out. It's probably around 23.
I was going to say, it's been pretty close.
Yeah, 23 years, I believe, so.
It seems like yesterday that you and I sat down here and talked. 23 years, cross-country, everybody always says, maybe it's one sport where it's the same every year. You just run. But there are so many changes that have occurred over the sport of running over the last, and just the nature of running over the last 10 years, hasn't it?
Yes. And that's, sometimes you grumble about the changes, but then it kind of keeps it fresh for us too. So it's especially here in the last couple of years, Coach Nolker and I we had a blast last year, and part of it was we kind of changed our training philosophy a little bit and seemed to get more of a response out of the girls. And the same thing this year. I mean, this has been a great start of a season for us this year, and it's fun to go out there every day and work with them. So
yeah, you've got a good group. You started this year in Lafayette, which was new this year. Tell me about that.
It was an early morning. I never gotten on a bus at 5 a.m. to drive up for a cross country meet, but it was a good trip. It was a neat course. We've never seen the course before, and the kids seemed to really enjoy it. It was a good meet for us. Competition that we won't see anywhere any other time during the season, so that's always nice. And it was different. So I think we may try to go there next year. We've talked about trying to find a new meet each year to try to experiment with, but I wouldn't mind going back up there. But it was, and the kids ran well. I wasn't sure what to expect. It was that meet was actually a week earlier than we normally have our first meet of the season, but it was a good experience for us, and I'm glad we did it, because then when we came around for the Seymour invite, we were much more prepared at the Seymour invite, and I feel like it just got our season off to a better start.
Yeah, you said you got on a bus at 5 a.m. They started that earlier because it was so hot that weekend, and you've been dealing with that during the off season. I mean, obviously we've had some great weather here the last couple of weeks, but when you first started, we were dealing with the heat, and that's always difficult to do with cross country.
It is, and it's like any like football or soccer or any of the outdoor sports, tennis. The only time we can really practice is during the worst part of the heat of the day. We did have to throw in several morning practices this season, as in a lot of the other sports, just to try to get around it. But yeah, it always makes me nervous when that temperature gets up, and you're sending the kids out on a run, and you're hoping everybody comes back feeling okay, and you just preach about staying hydrated and getting rest and eating well so that they can endure it a little bit. Every year during the summer, I tell the girls to spend as much time as they can outside, just trying to get used to the heat. And I think finally a couple of the girls are taking that to heart, and during the summer they tell me that they go on hikes or they go on bike rides and stuff. I said, don't just go in and sit in the house, because you'll get too acclimated to that air conditioning, and it'll be a rough season.
Now, forgive me, the Seymour invite, you won that, correct? You lost. That was when you lost by a point.
Lost by a point. We had a good race that day. It wasn't our best day of racing all around. That we had some really good runs, but it came down to 1 point, and we kind of revenged that 1 point the next weekend. So
yeah, well, you go up to Franklin, and again there were, I think, 17 or 18 teams. And I think you finished 5th or 6th, so you were definitely in the top third of that. So you had to be pleased with that.
Yeah, and I don't think I've had a squad have a meet as good as that meet was for us that day. All of our runs, we had one girl that was her first race of the season, so obviously it was I considered it a season best time for her, but every girl either had a season best time or a PR, and most of them were significant drops in times, and it's definitely not it's not an easier course. And Seymour's a flat course, and our times over the Seymour meet were so much stronger. It has a few rolling hills, which I try to explain to the kids that you throw some hills on the course, and that's going to help you because it breaks up the monotony, and you don't get settled into a pace or a slow stride. It helps change things up, and so I think that's what helped us. But they came out and just responded great, and everybody was excited about it. It was a great day of racing for us.
Talk a little bit about your team, Spencer. I know you've got a senior, and Anne-Marie Schuler, that has been your number one runner. You've got a good mixture of seniors, and then you've got some newcomers as well, don't you?
Yeah, so Anne-Marie and Lauren Dow are our seniors. Anne-Marie, she's been running number one for us. It's a total flip of a season compared to what she had last year. She kind of struggled early on and finally started getting her groove. But, this year she's already running so much faster than she was last year. She's a hard worker. you don't see too many that just push themselves the way they do. Lauren is a great senior leader. She's running in the top 7 for us. Works so hard and, just wants to be better every day. And she's great with the other girls. And then we pretty much got a group of sophomores. We got Izzy and Ada. I'm trying to think of all the names offhand. Emma Dorio, Ada Shetman, Izzy Long, Lorelei Christensen. That's a whole group of sophomore runners. Betsy Bruce. And then we have 2 freshmen now. Chloe Jablonski, who's been a big addition. She's been running number 2 for us, 2-3 for us. And then Allie, another freshman. I think she ran in junior high a little bit and is out this year as a freshman. And then 2 exchange students. It's always nice to have. And they're getting a good introduction to running. Neither one of them had ran before, but I think they really enjoy the girls. But it's great. We're gonna miss Anne-Marie and Lauren next year. But it looks like we might pick up another good freshman next year, and the year after that we might get a couple more good ones. So it's just trying to keep everybody excited about it, because and we keep trying to tell these girls this, it's going to be exciting to see how fast we're going to be running at the end of the season. This is a good group of girls. They work hard. So I'm excited to see where we end up at the end of the season.
I've talked with you in years, and there have been years when we've talked, and you've talked about just finding a 5th runner or finding a 6th runner, just in numbers, that you just didn't have the numbers. Now it seems like that your numbers are pretty good right now as far as quality and the amount of runners that you have.
Yeah, and at the start of the season, I was a little worried. We had our first 3 runners, and then we had a little gap there between our 4, 5, and 6 and 7 were all right together. We had a little gap there, but they're starting to fill in those gaps. We're starting to get more confidence in our runs, and so that's nice to see. And that paid off at Franklin, and I know that gap's just going to close up more. Those 4, 5, 6 girls are going to be coming up. And so that's exciting, because Anne-Marie, I think, is only going to get significantly faster once we get later in the season. And Emma Dorio still hasn't had what I would consider a great run for her this year. The kid works so hard. She just struggled a little bit. Had a good race at Franklin. We were happy with that, but I know she's got a lot more in her. And once she finds that stride, that's only going to help us get those lower numbers to score well. So
the group that you have, and I think I've asked you this before, when you go into a race, do you plan it out as far as girls running together? Do you try to have a plan as far as them running in a pack? I know in years, especially, and I date back a couple of years to when Vivian was running, she was just so much better than everybody else. This group, Anne-Marie, has been kind of your number 1, but you seem to have a bunch of them that finish around that same slot, and that probably helps when you have a group like that can keep pushing each other.
Yeah, it helps, but they're also super competitive with each other, and so sometimes you got to watch, make sure they take they take it with the right stride. It's funny though, because Anne-Marie and Anne-Marie and Chloe and Emma all have a different approach to a race. Anne-Marie likes to negative split her races, so she lays back, and Chloe is just a go-getter. She just out of the gate, and Emma, it typically is somewhere kind of in between there. So it's interesting to see the 2 different strategies and then how they play out. And then that next group, Ada and Lauren and Lorelei and Izzy, they often finish kind of in packs, and I think they do help each other in the races, picking each other up when they're coming along. And we keep telling them, man, if you guys just embrace it, it's got to be easier running with teammates than being out there on your own. And so just go with them. You're having a bad day, pick somebody up and help them out. So I feel good about when we go into meets that somebody's going to show up for you and help out. So
what do you have coming up over the next couple weeks?
So we're off this weekend, and then we've got Brown County.
Okay.
Which we like having our weekend off before Brown County, because we get 2 good weeks.
The semi-state course?
No, so it's our sectional course.
Sectional course, yeah, that's right.
Still sectional.
It moved up.
Yeah, and then regional, we go down to Angel Mounds down in Evansville.
Yeah.
So
you've had a couple years now with that new format. Do you like it?
Yeah, it's nice that we don't have to try to carry out the season. It's hard to plan workouts and hold on to that when do you want to have your best performance over those 4 weeks? But there's parts of I miss having that semi-state a little bit still, but it is nicer that, we know we got sectional and regional, and then, hopefully we're getting to the point where we're going to start competing, again to get back to state. But it's, it's sometimes it's hard to plan out that extra week, but with this, it's a little easier to manage the taper and everything. So,
and obviously, always the goal is to try to be peaking by conference, and then certainly by tournament time. That's always the goal, isn't it?
Yeah, and we always want to do well at conference. I think just the excitement of going to conference does a lot for us, but we also want to be careful because we got sectional and regional, and sectionals are tougher to get out of now with taking the semi-state away. Basically, sectionals are what regionals were like, and regionals are what semi-state was like. So we've got to be careful to make sure that we're holding a little something back, ready to go at sectional time. This year, I think we'll have a little more cushion just with the makeup of our team. I think we'll be fine at sectionals, but I'm really looking forward to a good meet at regionals this year because I'm getting excited where our times are right now compared to last year, and the drops and the way they're working. I'm getting excited for this.
I can tell. I can tell you got a little pep in your step, and it helps when you've got girls that are committed to a program, and I think you girls certainly have done that, and they've shown that early on. Coach, as always, I appreciate the time. You ran the meet on Saturday this year, and I wasn't able to be there for you to watch, so I haven't had a chance, but I'm going to try to get to either conference or come sectional, but wish you the best of luck as you continue, and we look forward to talking with you.
All right. Hey, thanks for having me on, and we look forward to seeing you out there.
You bet. Coach Spencer Sunbury of the girls cross-country team taking the time to join us. We'll be back with more in just a moment. You're listening to Seymour Football on 92.7 WXKU.
Rooted in Jackson County, Prosperity Financial aims to provide exceptional service and guidance to all who come through our doors. Retirement planning, wealth management, college planning, life insurance, and Social Security analysis are just a few of the services we offer. Stan Tremoyan, Brian Covener, and myself, Ryan Benter, are here to help. We're located at 419 West 2nd Street, Seymour, or give us a call at 812-522-3180.
Securities offered through Parkland Securities, LLC, member FINRA SIPC. Prosperity Financial is independent of Parkland Securities, LLC.
When you buy insurance, you are buying more than just a policy. You're buying the service that goes with that policy. I'm Lance Gentry, partner at Beatty Insurance. Since 1863, the staff at Beatty Insurance has been providing unparalleled service to our customers and to our community. We live here, we are active in local organizations that give back, and we love serving you. Beatty Insurance offers business, homeowners, auto, farm, and life insurance. Call Beatty Insurance for a quote today at 812-522-5640 or check out our website at beattyinsurance.com. Beatty Insurance, we are here when you need us.
Back here at Seymour, as we look at the first half stats, we'll start with Columbus East. Kyson Villarreal was 10 for 12 for 151 yards and 3 touchdowns. He had 10 completions, 6 different receivers. Keaton Lawson had 3 catches for 80 yards and a touchdown. Paxton Thompson had 2 catches for 38 yards and a touchdown. Michael Jones had 2 catches for 26, and JT Roter had 1 catch for 8 yards as well as a touchdown. Running the ball, there were as a team 13 carries for 53 yards, averaging 4.08 yards per carry. Kyson Villarreal led the team with 5 carries for 24 yards and a touchdown. JT Roter also had 5 carries for 15 yards and a touchdown. For Seymour, Max Coates was 5 for 5 throwing the ball, 47 yards and a touchdown. Alex Milliken had 3 catches for 36 yards and a touchdown. Charlie Bruce had a catch for 11 yards. Running the ball as a team, there were 21 carries for 123 yards, averaging 5.86 yards per carry. Everett Jackson led the way, 5 carries for 77 yards and a touchdown. Trayshawn Hawkins had 8 carries for 40, and Brody Bowles added 4 carries for 7 yards. Columbus East ran 26 plays, as well did Seymour. Columbus East had 8 first downs compared to Seymour's 5. Each team had 1 penalty. East was a face mask penalty for 15 yards. Seymour was a offsides for 5 yards, and Seymour had 1 committed turnover.
Our statistics and our halftime show brought to you by Prosperity Financial Insurance and Investments. 35-13 is the halftime score. Of course, the Olympians scored all 5 of their possessions in the first half, and the The last one was just Jeff was the backbreaker. The Owls had a great drive. They make it 28-13, and then East gets the long 58-yard kickoff return, and 2 plays they're in the end zone with 4 seconds to play, and that just really kind of, and I'm not saying that either way what would have happened in the second half, but that would just kind of really kind of bit them there at the end.
Yeah, the crowd wasn't as into it prior to that. The Owls came and had that great drive. Fans were into it. You could see the kids were holding their heads high. But that lasted very, very shortly as that return really killed us, and then the touchdown shortly following. So I think, again, you just try to come back and you win segments of the game, or you win drives. And I think that's what you have to look at from a perspective as a coach of Seymour.
Adrian Medina has it teed up at the 40. They're going to try an onside kick. Okay. The Owls might have it. And they do have it.
Wow. Okay.
Wow. Charlie Bruce is the one who got it on the sideline. That was excellent, executed perfectly by Adrian Medina. He put that one in. Charlie Bruce makes a dive on the sideline to get that before it goes out of bounds. And the Owls convert on the onside kick and have it 1st and 10 at Columbus East 45. How about that?
I'll tell you what, as a football coach, I have chills because that was perfect.
Coach Moore was jumping up and down.
Perfect execution there.
They were sitting on that one in the entire locker room. And they knew exactly what they were going to do to start with.
All right.
So the Owls start out on 1st down. The hand is to Trayshawn Hawkins. Oh, was it Bowles? I'm sorry, Brody Bowles. Thank you, Lance. 2 yards on the carry up to the 43-yard line. And it'll bring up a 2nd down and 8.
Yeah, let's carry some of this momentum. Get a score here. Get this score back that they had right before the half.
That was a great play by Charlie Bruce because he had a dive for that and stay in bounds.
He did, and it was like a streak running down that sideline to get that football because he got it right before it went out of bounds.
Absolutely, and a great kick. Everything was executed perfectly about that. Double slots in the shotgun is Coates. He's going to give it to Everett Jackson around right in. He gets hit at the line of scrimmage. He gets away, gets across the field. He's going down to the 36-yard line, shy of the first down, but it's going to be 3rd and 1.
Oh, it's definitely 4-down territory now, So, but yeah, it's 3rd and 1. He a guy over pursued from East. He cut it up the field, broke a few tackles. I tell you, that was on him a lot.
7-yard gain for Everett, and the Owls have a 3rd and 1 at the 36-yard line. Just underway second half. East in front 35-13. The Owls recover the onside kick and are in East territory. Coates gives to
1st down.
Yeah, Hawkins right up the middle. 1st down across the 25, inside the 25 down to the 23-yard line. Nice pickup that time of 13 yards for Trayshawn Hawkins, and the Owls have a 1st and 10 at the East 23-yard line.
I tell you what, we've shown some glimpses of some great offense down here. Let's just keep it going.
Evan Von Haney, Lance said, had a big block. We've called his name about 3 or 4 times. He's done a fantastic job on the line tonight, opening up some big runs.
Yes, he has.
Again, the Owls 1st and 10 at the East 23. Coates in the behind, under center. Double slots with Bowles. Coach keeps it. Rolls back, looks, got some pressure. Now he's gets away from the pressure.
Away.
And now he's going to find. He's got an open receiver. Pass is caught. Jackson Fox. Or Everett Jackson. Everett Jackson.
Too, as would I.
Looked like he was going to be sacked for twice, and he was able to get out of it.
I'm begging him to throw it away. He finds an open receiver down the field. What a great play.
Ends up with a 6-yard gain. That may have been the best 6-yard pass he's had all season right there.
Yeah, considering he threw the ball 40 yards in the backfield.
Well, and after looking like he was going to be sacked twice.
Yeah.
So a 6-yard gain for Max or for the pass completion. And it's 2nd and 4 at the 18. Again, Coates in the shotgun. In motion is Hawkins. He gets the carry around right in. Hawkins, and he's going to get hit right there.
Right.
Couldn't find went to the short side of the field.
Yep.
And East did a nice job of hemming that up and not allowing Trayshawn to turn it up.
Yeah, they really strung that out. That edge defensive end really strung that play along, made him go wide to where linebackers could kill hard.
3rd down and 5 for Seymour. As you mentioned, 4-down territory. So 3rd and 5 Ball at the 19-yard line. So a loss of a yard on that carry for Trayshawn. Coates in the shotgun. Takes the snap. Gives it to Hawkins. Trayshawn fights close to a first down. He's going to be about a yard short. Go down about the 15. He needs to get to the 14. So they're going to be a yard short. Actually, you're marking at the 16. He needs to get just on the other side of the 15-yard line. So we'll bring up a 4th and a long yard, maybe 4th and a short 2.
Yeah, I don't know what you call here. That reverse is a little bit too slow developing.
Coach this time goes under center. East crowds the line of scrimmage. Coach hands to Hawkins. He tries to fight forward. He will get the first down.
I think
as he followed the right side of that line. Again, Evan Von Haney leading the charge. And Trayshawn Hawkins has the first down. Diego Aguilar, the center, also leading as well. That right side pushed forward, and it's a first down for the Owls. A pickup of 3. 1st and 10, Seymour at the East 13-yard line.
I tell you what, that offensive line right there got that play. They're the ones that help us get that first down.
Yeah, really, the offensive line has done a nice job tonight. That right side especially.
Yep.
1st and 10 at the 13. Coates in the shotgun. Takes the snap. It's a double reverse to Jackson. And Jackson's going to get hit right at the line of scrimmage. They tried the double, not the reverse, the double handoff.
Yeah.
Loses a yard. That time East was ready for it. They were sitting there, and that linebacker was waiting on Jackson to get it. He did, and he got brought down.
He sure did. And, it's a shame because, again, Evan Von Haney had his guy on the ground. That's what you want to see as an offensive line coach.
2nd down, 10. At the East 14-yard line. Shotgun formation with Coates. Back with Hawkins. Bowles lined up in the pistol formation. Max. Hands to Bowles. Right up the middle. Big hole across the 10. Inside the 10 down to the 7-yard line. Everett Jackson with a lead block that time. And Brody Bowles picks up 7. Bring up a 3rd and 3. Ball resting at the Columbus East 7-yard line. This will be the 10th play of the drive that started after the recovery of the onside kick.
Yeah, what a great drive so far. Let's end it with some points here. It'd be a perfect drive.
Double slots this time double in the backfield with Coates in the shotgun. Max going to keep it right up the middle into the end zone for the touchdown. Absolutely, he did.
Guys, it was a read option, and he pulled it at the right moment and scored the touch. What a great drive for the Owls. Way to respond from a halftime deficit where you could just fold.
Absolutely. Coach read that perfectly, took it right up the middle into the end zone. 7-yard touchdown run, and the Owls closed the gap to 35-19. And Adrian Medina in to attempt the extra points. Again, Jacob Dow snaps it. Aaron Holt, the holder. There's a snap. It's a good one. Ball is down. Kick is away, and the kick is good.
I'm not gonna call it anymore because my eyes deceive me on these.
6:50 to play on the Bob Pointer Family of Dealership scoreboard. It's Columbus East 35, Seymour 20. You're listening to Seymour Football.
BSM Group's your trusted partner for utility engineering, drafting, and right-of-way permitting. With a proven track record of excellence, BSM Groups delivers precision and expertise that's second to none. Whether you are a utility company or utility contractor, BSM Groups can optimize your projects and ensure compliance so you can meet deadlines and exceed expectations. Visit us today at bsmgroups.com or give us a call at 812-271-2400. BSM Groups, your blueprint to success in the utility engineering industry.
The Owls drive 45 yards in 10 plays, 5:10 off the clock, a 7-yard touchdown run for Max Coates. Adrian Medina's extra point is good. 6:50 to play, third quarter. It's now 35-20. And, whether the Owls, and now the Owls have to get a stop. And the one thing we haven't been able to stop them, all right? Let's put the cards on the table. They're 5 for 5 on drive. So we're going to have to get a stop at some point.
Absolutely.
But I will say this, the fight of this team tonight has been exceptional.
Absolutely. And, you could tell they listened at halftime. They made some adjustments, came out with a great plan, and they executed it perfectly on that drive.
Well, now East will be thinking anyway what it is going to do here.
Absolutely.
And they scoot their players up a little bit. Medina brings it up, but he will boot it away this time. An end-over-end kick. That'll be caught at the 12-yard line. Back up, Keenan Roberts to the 20. Cuts it back to the 25. He's got some opening inside the 35, the 40. 45 down the sideline.
And our kicker made the tackle again. Oh, boy. Oh, don't. Yeah, we had a little extracurricular going on there, and he's too important to our team.
Well, Charlie Bruce was being blocked onto the track, which was probably excessive.
Yes,
and the Seymour player took a little exception to that and was sticking up for his player. I will give him that. Yeah. That's not nothing got called there. That's good.
I'm glad they did.
I'm glad they didn't call it, but there was a little, it was excessive blocking there. I mean, he's on the track. You can let up on him at some point, right?
It's time to stop. You're good.
So Columbus East will start, and what we didn't tell you was the kick return up to the 49. Yeah. Boy, they've had some really good kick returns tonight. They'll line up trips to the left this time. Haven't seen this formation. Villarreal in the shotgun. Back to throw. Throws a screen to Jones. Jones has it across midfield. 45 into Seymour territory at the 40. Down to the 35 and across the 30. Down to the 29-yard line. That's just a simple screen pass to Jones. He got behind his other two receivers and gets 22 yards. And the Olympians right back in business now at the Seymour 29-yard line.
Yeah, that play is called getting athletes into space and letting them eat some yards. We did that with a receiver last few years.
We had a receiver that could do that.
You just get it to him in open space. Jalen would get us some yardage.
This time, Rodert carries it right up the middle, across the 20, down to the 15-yard line. Simple draw play that time, and J.D. Rodert carries it inside the Seymour 15. Another big chunk of yardage for the Olympians, and it's a first down. Gain of 22 on the first play, and then a gain of 14 on that play. So 2 plays, 36. Whatever they want right now, the out defense just is getting run over.
They are.
5:43 to play. 3 plays it took him down the field, and J.D. Rodert takes it in. What was that, Lance? 15-yard touchdown run for J.D. Rodert.
Well, too, looking at it from coaching's perspective, what do you do here? You tighten up on the run. They've been throwing the ball so well, so our defense has had to loosen up. Well, then they run the ball, which is what you do as an offensive coordinator. You set up the run with the pass and vice versa, and we just can't stop either one of them right now.
Extra point is good. 5:43 to play on the Bob Pointer family of dealership scoreboard. It's Columbus East 42, Seymour 20. You're listening to Seymour Football.
For 125 years, J.C. Bank has been right beside you, cheering for every touchdown and every three-pointer. That's because we're your community bank, proudly supporting the teams that make our towns come alive. Just like the dedication of our local high school athletes, J.C. Bank is dedicated to providing personalized banking, investments, and trust services for you and your family. Experience the J.C. Bank difference. Stop in today or visit us online at jcbank.com. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
Well, the Olympians make it 6 for 6 on drives tonight. Touchdown, that time 51 yards in 3 plays, 57 seconds. And they are back on the scoreboard as they answer the Owls touchdown with a touchdown of their own. It's now 42-20, and the kickoff to Everett Jackson at the 7. Up to the 20, cuts it to the left side, 25. Can he break it to the outside? 30, 35, and he'll be run out of bounds. But not before he crosses the 35 up to the 37-yard line, and the Owls will set up 1st and 10 at their own 37. That was a nice job by Everett to see he had the opening on the left and just utilized his speed.
He kept bouncing and bouncing, got some extra yardage each time he bounced the football to the outside.
So the Owls, who had a nice touchdown drive their last possession, will start at their own 37. Receivers split to either side. Coach in the shotgun. Takes the snap, back to throw, throws the outlet to Jackson, who makes the catch and will go out of bounds and should have a first down. If they mark him, if they give him the first down, and then maybe went out a yard, half yard. Well, that far officials got it at mid. They're going to mark it at 45, so he apparently did way short. So he must have stepped out there in front of the Seymour bench there. Pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. Looked like he was able to dive to the first down marker, but they say he stepped out at the 45. But a nice pickup of 8. Coach in the shotgun. Back to throw. He wanted the hitch and go. That's not there. Now he throws it up. He throws it out of bounds.
That was the right
He wanted the hitch and go with Jackson, and that defender for East did not bite one bit.
He did not bite at all.
The defender for the Olympians.
I love that route, but he did not bite.
Dallas Dykstra was the defender, and he simply stood his ground, and there was nowhere. And Max did the right decision by throwing it out of bounds because nothing was there.
Yeah, that's not a 3 or 4 receiver play right there. That's a 1 or 2 receiver. When the one was covered, you throw it away because you lose. You're getting rushed.
So a 3rd and 2 at the 45. Max going to hand to Hawkins. Tries to bounce it. He's got the first down across midfield. Breaks a tackle into East territory down to the 41-yard line. Blake Stainbrook that time leading a nice block on the left side. And Trayshawn Hawkins able to bounce it up to the 41-yard line. A pickup of 11. First down, Seymour at the East 41-yard line.
Was that who made that block here down the field? Did you mention that?
Stainbrook. Yes.
Okay. I love that aggression.
Coach in the shotgun. 2 receivers or 1 receiver either side. 2 running backs back there with him. Max is going to give it to Hawkins. Trayshawn bounces it to the 35. It's inside the 32 and down to the 31-yard line.
Hawkins is just giving it 110 every time.
Trayshawn Hawkins, and that's good enough for another first down. Pickup of 10.
Spinning, juking, jump stepping.
And again, Lance made a good point.
Yeah.
Great read by Max.
Yeah, absolutely.
Because he saw that. He made the great read.
Really, only one poor read all night.
Exactly.
I mean, just one.
Yeah, Max has grown up tonight big time. Back to throw. This time he rose to the right. Got some pressure. He might be able to run some. He's going to tuck it in, and he's going to go out of bounds, and he's going to pick up of about 6. We'll give him 6. See where they actually mark him out of bounds. Did they give him inside the 25? They did to the 24. Pickup of 7.
You know, another good decision there. That they were all covered, every receiver. So he tucks the ball and he runs. Another great decision there. He is growing up a lot tonight.
Max Coates has grown up big time tonight. He's directing the offense. Yep. He's making good decisions. He's throwing some nice balls.
He sure has.
The Owls are really working hard offensively tonight, that's for sure. 2nd down and 4. This time they'll go to the double slots. The hand is to Hawkins. He tries to bounce it to the right. He does. First down inside the 20, down to the 18. How about Evan Von Haney again with the lead block? And it's a first down. Seymour in the red zone at the 19-yard line. Clock moving, 4:18 to play, 3rd quarter. East in front, 42-20. But the Owls again threatening here at 1st and 10 at the 19.
I was just looking at Von Haney and thought, man, it'd be nice to have him another year.
Well, and
you can tell he's a senior.
Evan has done a lot too. He lost about 30 pounds from last year.
Wow.
And really got himself in great shape. And yeah, he's definitely the leader of that offensive line. Coach going to keep it. Rose to the left. He got pressure. Throws it for the end, and he's being held.
I'm sorry. Alex Sand just right there.
Alex Milliken was being held, and the flag comes out, and that'll be defensive holding. I will say this, that saved a touchdown.
That's a smart play.
That's a smart play on the East defender because that saved a touchdown.
So Alex Milliken had him beat, and he literally just grabbed him because it was 6 points.
It was 6 points.
Grabbed him.
And I'm telling you what, too, Max stood in there, too, because he got hit. He got hit, but he knew it was coming. And he stepped in. It's a pass interference. It'll be half the distance, I believe.
I believe so. Yeah, should be.
Yeah, Asher Bidge, the 240-pound linebacker, is the one who hit Coach. But Max threw it, and, again, the defender who got the penalty saved a touchdown, and he simply was doing that to save the touchdown.
He was coached well. He really was.
The penalty does move it to the 10, and that gives the Owls a 1st and goal at the 10-yard line. Again, Milliken splits to the right. Jackson to the left. in the shotgun. Coates is going to hand to Bowles right up the middle, and he's going to get very little yards. Matter of fact, he might give him a yard. We'll give him a generous yard down to the 9, 2nd and goal. Clock moving with 3:20 to play here in the third quarter.
Yeah, I just got a text from Alex's grandpa, said the holding saved a TD for Alex. So
Sure did.
Or stopped a TD that Alex would have had.
2nd down and 9, 2nd and goal at the 9-yard line. Seymour comes to the line, and this time Coach will go under center. Milliken lines up to the left. Jackson Fox tight end to the right, double slots. In motion. Hawkins, right side, up to the 5, into the end zone for the touchdown.
Great drive by the Owls.
And guess what? He went over the right side, too, that right side of that offensive line. You betcha. Blake Stainbrook, Evan Von Haney, big-time guys over there. That's a touchdown for Hawkins, 9-yard touchdown run. The Owls have answered back with a score, 2:56 to play. It's now 42-26 as Medina in to attempt the extra point.
Yeah, another great drive by our offense, Owls. So some major improvements here during this game.
There's the snap, kick is away, and the kick is good. 2:56 to play on the Bob Pointer Family of Dealerships scoreboard. We got a shootout all of a sudden.
Yes,
It's Columbus East 42, Seymour 27. Back with the Owls kickoff in 30 seconds.
Bob Pointer Family of Dealerships is happy to be supporting local high school athletics. You'll score big when you visit any of their locations for sales and service or their collision center for all your auto repair needs. They've been servicing South Central Indiana since 1979. Bob Pointer Family of Dealerships will also purchase your vehicle in the event you're not quite ready to sell or trade. Check them out, Bob Pointer Family of Dealerships, online at bobpointer.com.
Having the proper insurance coverage in place at the time of loss is paramount. We at Stahl Insurance are an independent insurance agency providing insurance solutions from many highly rated companies. We take the time to evaluate each individual client's risks and put together insurance solutions that fit your needs. Stop by our office at 211 North Chestnut Street in Seymour or give us a call at 812-524-0692. One of our experienced agents, Shane Tremoyan, Nathan Newkirk, Ben Stahl, or Chris Stahl, are here to help. Also visit us online at StahlInsuranceGroup.com.
Owls have it teed up at the 40. Seymour drives 63 yards and 8 plays, 2:38 off the clock. A 9-yard touchdown run by Trayshawn Hawkins. Extra point good. 42-27. The Owls again back to within 2 possessions.
You hope for a great long kick here. Honestly, just to stop them before the 30. Put them on the short field a little bit.
Medina. And he's going to kick it. It's going to be a kick to the sideline, and he kicks it out of bounds.
Yeah. Again, 53-year-old eyes are deceiving me.
Banged it to the left and a little bit too far to the left, and that will bring in high school, 35?
35, yeah.
Ball will come up to the 35-yard line. To be honest with you, that's better than what they've been starting, right?
maybe that's a good strategy.
I don't know. They've been starting around the 45. I mean, they've 45, 49, 45, 42, 43.
Yeah, we'll take it, I guess.
35 might be the best starting spot of the night for the Owls.
Great point, Jay. Great point. Hey, real quick, I want to mention my niece, Katie Curry, has been going through some things, and she's in the hospital. So I want to give her some positive vibes tonight. Hello, Katie.
Absolutely. So the Olympians lined up here. Villarreal in the shotgun. Takes a snap, a little to Michael Jones. He breaks it a little. Ball came out, but I think it was a. Well, they're not signaling down.
Generous here.
No, but they're going to say he was down.
Yeah, and he
was down. He was down. He was down. Well, this dear official though didn't signal down. He just kind of came up, but I think it was a back official that was saying he was down.
Yeah,
4-yard gain on that jet sweep,
and that was the right call.
Oh, absolutely, it was the right call. He was down. But that side official never signaled down, though. He just kind of ran in. So I was thinking, is he going to let that go? Well, that would have been huge.
Oh, absolutely.
Now Villarreal will send Roder in motion as he empties the backfield. Back to throw. Wants the screen. Throws it to Roder. He's got it. He's hit by Aaron Holt. Aaron Holt got him right as he made the catch at the line of scrimmage. No yard, and now a 3rd down and 6. And boy, oh boy, if the Owls ever could use a big defensive stop, it's right here.
Right here.
A minute 55 to play. Seymour down 42-27. They have battled all night. Simply have not been able to get a stop. Now they have to. 3rd down, 3rd and 6. Villarreal in the shotgun. Crowd hollering for defense. 39-yard line. Back to throw is Villarreal. Throws it down the flat. It's incomplete.
Hey, we'll take a missed pass.
First
there.
bad pass of the night.
We'll
Anthony Rhodey on the coverage. But it was a little overthrown to Michael Jones, and it's incomplete. And for the first time tonight, the Owls defense will get off the field.
That's right.
And the Owls will get the ball back with still a whole quarter of football to play and trail by just a 42-27 margin. The Owls trailed at one point in this game 28-6 and have just been battling all night and now back to within 15. In the punt formation, there's a punt. It's a short kick.
It's not a good punt.
That'll land at the 30, takes a good bounce, and it'll roll inside the 20-yard line, and Aaron Holt picked it up at the last minute, hoping to get something out of it, but he is brought down, and the Owls will take over at their own 18-yard line.
So I remember back when Seymour was playing Martinsville when they had Earl Hannaford, I believe, and Jason Mellencamp and Jason Longmire were watching the guy stand there to down the football. They were the gunners. He picked it up, ran 80 yards for a touchdown. Coach Goodman went ballistic on those two.
So the Owls have a long distance to drive, but they've been moving the ball. Back to throw his coach. Throws the outlet to Jackson, and he goes out of bounds. Nice completion of about, we'll call it 7 yards.
I tell you, it's been nice to see our offense come alive here tonight. I mean, really doing some good things again. And, guys, this is East's first team out here, you know?
Oh, absolutely.
They've not put in any subs, you know? So we're moving the ball against a good Columbus East defense.
Back this time, it's Coach keeps it, and he's going to get close to a 1st down. They're going to mark you maybe a half a yard short. Yeah, about a half a yard short. Bring up a 3rd and 1. Clock moving under a minute here in the 3rd quarter. You know, the whole night I just kept thinking, well, the Owls just keep battling, keep it close. Yeah. It's a 2-possession game.
Right.
I mean, it's right there still for.
Did you think that at the half, though?
No, I did not.
I mean, it just shows you.
It's going to be a
1st down.
1st down as Bowles carries the ball up across the 30-yard line. 3-yard pickup, and the Owls are going to move the chains.
You had Von Haney assisting the runner there, but now that's not a penalty, you know?
Clock is about a 6-second difference, 7-second difference, so they'll run one more play here in the quarter. Ball at the 30. Receivers to either side, double slots. In the shotgun is Coates. It's got Fox H-back to the left. Back to throw. Throws the outlet. Passes. Dropped. Milliken had it on the screen on the slant.
Yeah, it was a little slant.
And it was just a little low. He tried to go down and get it. Just couldn't pull it in.
And it was into traffic, you know. Pretty good pass, though, by Coates.
Michael Jones on the coverage for the Olympians. Clock stops, 18 seconds to play. 2nd down and 10. Again, to the right is Milliken. Double slots this time in the wing formation. Max under center. Coach going to give it to Hawkins. Runs up the middle. Bowls through a couple tacklers. Gets it up across the 35 to the 36-yard line. Now they're going to have a big 3rd down coming up. And they'll do that at the first play of the 4th quarter. The quarter will run out. Seymour is battling tonight. They are giving it everything they've got. They're down 42-27. And they'll have a big 3rd down when 4th quarter begins in a minute. You're listening to Seymour Football on 92.7 WXKU.
At the People's Bank, we make it easy with competitive rates and flexible financing. Whether it's a sleek sedan or a rugged SUV, your dream car is closer than you think. With personalized service and loan options to fit your budget, we're here to help you get behind the wheel. Apply for an auto loan today at the People's Bank nearest you or online at www.banktpb.com. The People's Bank. Your journey starts here. Member FDIC and equal housing lender.
You can count on us.
Let me ask you a question. Are you looking to spruce up your living room with a vibrant splash of color? Or maybe give your exterior a fresh coat of paint that turns heads? Or dive into the world of trendy wallpaper designs? Well, if the answer is yes, or even maybe, it's time to call S&B Wall Coverings. From commercial to residential projects, they tackle it all. Painting, epoxy flooring, light remodeling, insulation needs. Their quotes are absolutely free, so you'll know exactly what you'll pay for. Don't wait any longer. Contact S&B Wall Coverings today. Watch your home turn into the place you love. 812-216-0162.
Hawkins. First down.
As play begins here in the fourth quarter, Trayshawn Hawkins gets the carry, and he will carry it around left end, and that's enough for a first down. 6-yard pickup for Trayshawn, and it'll be a 1st and 10 for Seymour at the 42-yard line.
That was a huge play, guys.
That was a big play right there.
It really was.
Move the sticks. Again in the shotgun is Coates. He's going to give it to Hawkins. Trayshawn fights forward. His legs keep churning. Gets hit about 4 or 5 white jerseys, and he still keeps his legs a churning.
3 yards on that carry. We'll take that.
3-yard pickup, all at the 46-yard line. Just underway, fourth quarter. Columbus East in front, 42-27. The Owls at third quarter scoring on both their touchdown drives, trying to make it 3 in a row, and a touchdown here would get this back to a single possession. And the shotgun is Coates. Takes the snap. Back to throw. He's got pressure. Throws it out the front. Ball is caught by Jackson.
I don't know if that technically was a screen.
Brody Bowles on the catch, 16 to 19. That throws me off every time. But yeah, it's Brody Bowles who makes the catch. It's going to be short of the first down by a yard. It's third and less than a yard at the East 49-yard line.
You're definitely 4 down in this one.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah, but I think we'll get it here.
This time Bowles lines up to the left. Hawkins to the right. H-back to the left. Hand is to Bowles. He's got the first down as he fights forward across the 48 to the 47-yard line, a pickup of 1. He only needed about a half a yard, and it's a first down as the sticks move. 1st and 10 at the East 48-yard line. They've been giving him the straight dive. Now would be a time to fake that and maybe try to throw it downfield.
Fake that. Columbus East ran that play earlier in the game. I love that. Get him to bite on that fake. Throw the seam route.
Again, the play call comes in. The Owls are a little confused on the play, and they may have to take a timeout. Play clock is down to 7. I think we're going to be okay.
Yeah.
In the shotgun is Coates. There's the snap. Back to throw. He throws the slant, and it's picked off.
Oh, no.
Picked off by Michael Jones, intended for Charlie Bruce, and didn't quite get it out. Got it out there a little bit too far, and Jones had the step, and he picks it off at the 36-yard line.
And that particular play is a timing route more than anything, and so it was just a good play by that corner. He read it well, stepped in front, picked it off. And it's a shame because it seems to negate what was a good drop. Yeah. And we moved the football. Let's see if our defense can get a second stop of the night here.
So the Olympians take over 1st and 10 at their own 36-yard line. The Owls were able to get the Olympians off the field. Now we have a timeout. East is going to take a timeout. They were a little confused on getting that play in. So we'll step aside. 9:48 to play, fourth quarter. It's East 42, Seymour 27. You're listening to Seymour Football.
Some people check their couch cushions to find spare change and don't realize the real money is in their garage, behind the shed, or lying around in their basement. Hi, this is Sean Franklin with Franklin Surplus. We pay top dollar for all your scrap metal. Think about that old lawnmower you thought you might fix someday, or the refrigerator that quit working, or that old car battery you keep meaning to get rid of. Turn them all into instant cash right now. It's fast, it's easy, and we pay you on the spot. Bring all your scrap copper, steel, aluminum, lead, any type of scrap metal out to Franklin Surplus, just off Highway 50 East in Hayden.
Hi, I'm Vanessa with New Legacy. We are committed to providing payroll, taxes, and accounting services that instill confidence in your business operations. With convenient locations in Seymour and Scottsburg, New Legacy is right here in Southern Indiana, ready to support you every step of the way. Our dedicated team collaborates seamlessly to handle all aspects of your financial needs, ensuring compliance, accuracy, and peace of mind. So do what you do best and delegate the rest to us at New Legacy, specializing in taxes, accounting, insurance, and wealth management. Call today at 812-271-2000.
Jackson Live and Event Center is Jackson County's place for live entertainment. Saturday, September 13th, No Fences, the ultimate tribute to Garth Brooks. Friday, October 10th, J.D. Shelburne. And mark your calendars for Thursday, October 23rd, Jimmy Allen. And Saturday, October 25th, Nashville recording artist John Paycheck. Jackson Live can also host wedding receptions, fundraisers, and company parties. Visit JacksonLiveandEvents.com today for tickets and details.
Choosing the right health insurance for you and your employees is essential, and now is the perfect time to get Seyho Smart with your benefits. Hi, I'm John Sattler Jr. with Seyho Insurance Services. At Seyho, we provide flexible and affordable health benefits to companies of all sizes. Our wide range of products include fully insured and self-funded plans backed by our local support teams. Give us a call today at 812-378-7070. Visit us online at seyho.org or reach out to your local agent for more information on how to become Seyho Smart.
Back here at Bullitt Stadium, had a little technical difficulty there, but we're back. East has unfortunately driven the ball down to the Seymour 35-yard line. Second down and 3. Back to the throw is Villarreal. Throws it across the middle. Pass is caught down inside the 10 and down to the 7-yard line. That was Paxton Thompson, the tight end. And it's that Seymour out that has really worked all night for them when they've had success.
You fake that handoff right down the middle, throw it down the seam. We got to you got to get hands on that tight end and slow him down on that seam route. That's about the only way you can stop it.
28-yard pass play, and the Olympians have it first and goal. Villarreal hands to, that's a new number in there, Keaton Roberts, a sophomore, 5'8" sophomore. He picks up 6 on the play and will bring it down, second down and goal. Ball resting just shy of the 5-yard line. We'll give it just inside the 5-yard line. And he's taking their time, letting some time run off the clock, moving at 7:20. This one could very well put the hammer nail in the coffin as far as the outcome goes. Villarreal will keep it, and he will bounce it into the end zone for the touchdown. So the Olympians take advantage of the turnover, and they drive right down the field and score. It's a 3-yard touchdown run for Villarreal. That is his second touchdown run of the night. He's had 3 touchdown passes. And Olympians in front by a score of 48-27.
You know, that last drive, that was a killer, that interception. And again, it's more of a timing route than anything. So you don't want to place blame there on Max. He's, besides that little mistake and one read in the first half, he's had a near perfect game.
We'll keep it here. We had a little technical difficulties there and got some commercials in, so we'll keep it here. 7:11 to play. What this does, it pretty much now puts into doubt or puts into realization of the outcome is going to be, right? The Olympians probably going to get the victory now, but I want to see what the Owls do here on this drive. Let's see if they continue that fight, continue that effort. I don't see any reason why they wouldn't.
Right.
But this is going to be anxious to see what they do on this drive, despite the fact it's now a 22-point game.
Well, and I'll be honest with you there, until this last drive, we have won the second half, basically.
I think so, yeah.
I mean, you know, it would have, could have, should have type thing, but still, We drove the ball down the field on them a couple times, had that interception, and then gave up a couple big plays on defense. But we were getting close there, and I think you couldn't ask for more than the fight that they've given thus far, especially that offensive side of the football.
There's the kick by the Olympians, taken by Jackson at the 5 up to the 20. Bowl is actually, it's Holtz, Aaron Holtz, down the sideline, 40, 50, into Columbus East territory at the 43-yard line. So a nice job by Aaron Holtz as he got the corner, and the Owls set up 1st and 10 in Columbus East territory.
It's so hard for me not to be a fan. You know, I get so excited on great football plays. But Holt took that right down the sideline.
44-yard kickoff return for Aaron Holt. Say he stepped out of bounds at the 45.
Okay.
So the Owls will take over their 1st and 10. Receivers to either side, double slots with Max in the shotgun. Coates going to keep it, bounces it to the left side, has some room inside the 40 and down inside the 40 to the 39-yard line.
That read option again.
And again, he waited to the very last minute and finally decided, you know what, I'm going to keep it, and he found room around that left end. Pickup of 6. And it's 2nd and 4 for the Owls at the Columbus East 39-yard line. Again, the Owls will send Milliken out to the left. Jackson Fox lines up at the tight end to the right. The hand is to Bowles right up the middle. And Brody gets it down to the 37-yard line. Pickup of 3, bring up a 3rd and 4
just
for the Owls.
Kind of a straight dive down the B gap there. Got some good yardage. Head down, fell forward. Pretty good play.
Ball resting at the 36-yard line. Bring up a 3rd down for Seymour, 3rd and 2. In the shotgun is Max Coates. Running backs to either side of him. There's the snap. Coach going to hand to Hawkins, and he's got the 1st down. Across the 34 down to the 31-yard line, a 5-yard pickup and a 1st down for Seymour, 1st and 10.
You know,
at the Columbus East 31.
Brody Bowles made a good block on that play, too. So it's good to see when he doesn't get the football, he's making some good blocks.
In the Owls come up to the line of scrimmage. Clock moves inside 5:30. Coates in the shotgun. Takes the snap. Back to throw. Throws it out to Milliken. Alex at the 25 and is brought down right there.
He kind of got body slammed, but it was a clean play. Great catch though by Alex. It's called a quick slant.
Pickup of, let's say, give him 6. 2nd down and 4. Ball at the 25-yard line of Columbus East.
Great catch again by Alex, pulling that in right as he was getting tackled.
Coach in the shotgun. Takes the snap. Back to throw. Goes into Milliken. Alex has it again. Alex has the 1st down.
Oh, man. He was still up, and they blew the whistle dead. Or blew the play dead.
1st down at the 60. Yeah, he sure did. They blew that dead, and Milliken was still
premature. That should have been 6.
He actually had broke free and might have taken it to the end zone.
Yeah.
But so he'll come out a pickup of 8 back-to-back 8-yard catches, and the Owls have a 1st down.
They're coaching him up 17 down there. But yeah, I thought he was still alive, but they blew the whistle.
Charlie Bruce lines to the right. This time it's a read option. Max goes right up the middle, 10, and down to the 8-yard line.
What a beautiful play. So that's called a mesh. And what happens is the running back they're stringing the running back along, thinking that the running back's going to go wide. He pulls the football and runs straight up the middle. So it's a developing play and it's a read play. So a lot going on with that.
9-yard pickup, 2nd and 1 for the Owls at the 9-yard line. Again, Max under center this time. Takes the snap, hands to Hawkins. Trayshawn tries to fight his way forward. I think he's got enough for the 1st down.
I tell you what.
He does.
They pushed
forward for an extra yard or so, and it'll be a 1st and goal for Seymour at the Columbus East 6-yard line.
Milliken comes back in. I think I'd throw the ball to Milliken. I think I'd give him that opportunity. You know what? He was robbed a couple times tonight. But hey,
Uncle Jeff said throw it to Alex.
I'm trying to stay unbiased here.
I wouldn't expect anything more from you. First and goal at the 6. Coates in the shotgun.
See, that slant is open.
Takes the snap.
Okay.
Going to hand it to Everett Jackson, and he's not going to go anywhere. He's going to be hit back behind the line of scrimmage.
Uh-oh. Right after the tag, I think somebody cramped up.
Back at they're going to see where they mark it at. They're going to mark it back at the 10-yard line. So a loss of 4. They'll bring up a second and goal for the Owls at the 10-yard line. Clock is moving with 3 minutes to play here in the ball game. The Owls trailing by a score of 49-27.
To whomever, I think I'd run a bootleg here and pass it, or a slant.
And they'll put Milliken to the left, double slots, Coates under center. And now a whistle, a flag, delay of game maybe. And Seymour was able to get a timeout.
Yeah.
2:30 to play, fourth quarter. See if the Owls can punch it in here at the end. 49-27, East in front. Or Seymour football in 30 seconds.
Got a new bone or joint injury? Schneck's Orthopedic Walk-In Clinic in Seymour is here to help. No appointment needed. Open Monday through Friday, 8 to 11 a.m. and 1 to 4 p.m. We provide expert orthopedic care for the whole family. New or existing patients are welcome, and our specialists are ready to help with on-site x-ray, casting, and bracing services for fast, same-day answers and care. When the unexpected happens, visit Schneck's Orthopedic Walk-In Clinic to get back on your feet. Visit schneckmed.org for details.
2 minutes and 30 seconds left to play. Seymour. They'll have a second and goal at the Columbus East 10-yard line. Olympians in front 49-27. The outcome of the game, I think, has been decided. East will get the victory, but I just love the way the Owls fought tonight. So many players grew up, especially on the offensive side of the ball.
Oh, absolutely. You know, we talked right before the half that you just try to come out and win segments of the game when you're down like this.
Coach, back to throw. Throws it for Milliken. So touchdown.
Beautiful.
What a call. Jeff Claycamp called it the bootleg. Yeah. Milliken is wide open in the end zone. It's a 10-yard touchdown pass from Max Coates to Alex Milliken, and the Owls score with 2:25 to play to make it 30.
And the DB was
49 to, what is the score, Jeff? That's not 55.
No.
49, yeah. Okay. Put the 6 up on the wrong end and then put the 6.
So
49-33 is the score.
What was great about that play, too, it was a bootleg, but with what's called a whip route. A whip route takes a little bit of time. And what you do is you act like you're on the slant, and then you run towards the sidelines. And it was just a great pass and a great route. We're going to get a penalty on them.
Kick was good by Medina, and the East ran into the kicker.
Yeah, I guess you just decline it.
You can maybe take it on the kickoff.
Yeah, oh, you're right. You're right.
Take it on the kickoff, and we'll keep it here. The Owls will most undoubtedly try an onside kick here. 49-34 as they have come back to, again, to make it a 15-point ball game. But I love that drive. You know, essentially the game, East goes down. They go by 3 possessions, but the Owls simply came right back down the field, drove back down the field, picked up key first downs. And, you know, again, I never want to say you take something out of losses. And this game isn't over yet. I understand. Right. I've seen stranger things happen.
Right.
But if indeed the lead holds up that East wins, Seymour grew up tonight.
Absolutely.
Seymour got better tonight. Absolutely 100%.
You know, it's process versus product, you know, and the process is how did we do offensively? How did we do in other segments of the game? Did we do things well? Did we luck out? Did we have some bad luck? What was going on there? But it's the process. And the process was they came out this second half, and I feel they won the second half.
I do too.
Especially from the offensive side of the ball.
15-yard penalty means the Owls, by the way, the Owls drove 45 yards set up by that great kickoff return by Aaron Holt. Keep that in mind. 9 plays, took 4:38 off the clock, and the touchdown pass from Coach to Milliken the second time. Those two hooked up tonight. And it was running into the kicker, so it's a 5-yard penalty. Moves it up to the 45. East is expecting an onside. They have 10 guys lined up within 10 yards of the ball, so they know it's coming. Seymour is in a bunch formation. They will fake like they're going to go to a regular kickoff, and now we'll see what they decide to do. Medina. Yeah, how about a little pooch kick here? There's about a 20-yard area that's open.
They do that. They practice that a lot.
And this one, though, and Villarreal is the one who comes up with the kickoff, and he takes it down to the 44. He tried to punch it into the open area and just got a little bit too much of a line drive.
He did.
Villarreal, the quarterback, the part of the hands team, if you will, was in there and makes the catch, and the Olympians have it first down at their own 45-yard line with 2:21 to play. They still have 2 timeouts left. We'll see how aggressive Coach Moore is here using the timeout.
I think it depends on what happens here early.
Villarreal in the shotgun. Takes the snap. Hands off right up the middle. The running back takes it across the 45. Down inside the 45. Was that Roderts? Nope, it was not Rodert. It was Keaton Roberts again, the sophomore, who carries it for 11 yards and picks up a first down at the 44 of Seymour. And I think that pretty much gave Coach Moore, as he says, you know what, I'm not going to stop it now.
That's the thing. I mean, you certainly could. That would be his choice, but
I guess if you make 2 quick stops, then you can stop it and force them to throw it.
Yeah.
But they pick up first down on the first play. And you almost got to bite the bullet and let it run.
Yeah, they're well, we'll see what they do.
Again, Villarreal will hand to Roberts. He gets hit at the line of scrimmage, fights forward to the 40, and now Coach Moore will indeed call a timeout. So he's not going to give up, but I don't blame him for calling the timeout.
Either way,
but you have to pick and choose when you call them, and when they gain 11 yards on first down, you can't waste it there because it'd be like calling it on the first play from scrimmage, right?
Exactly.
So that time he does take the timeout, so it's a 4-yard gain. It'll be a 2nd and 6. 1:39 left to play. The Owls down 49-34. Next week, Seymour will be on the road at Floyd Central.
How was Floyd this year?
Floyd is playing Silver Creek tonight. They're 0-2.
Okay.
They've played a couple good teams.
Yeah. They normally do in the early part of the season.
They've got Silver Creek tonight. Okay. So that
it'll be
a good opportunity for them to win. Actually, I beg your pardon, they're 1-1. They won last week. So if I'm a guessing man, I'm going to say 2-1.
Yeah.
Coming into play next week. It'll be a tough challenge down there. They were certainly one of the 2 teams. Them and East were kind of what do you want to call it, early season favorites, picks, if you will, to be among the conference leaders. So 2nd down and 6 at the Seymour 40-yard line following the timeouts. Owls now with just 1 timeout left, so one more time Coach Moore can stop the clock. And again, Villarreal in the shotgun pistol formation. He's going to hand to Roberts. He will be stopped short of the first down. And Coach Moore will call his final timeout as the Olympians get it down to the 38-yard line. Pick up a 3. Bring up a 3rd and 3 at the 37-yard line. And this essentially could be the final chance for the Owls. If they can get a stop, they'll force East to, who I'm sure will go for it on 4th down. But if East picks up a first down, the Owls, without a timeout, they can then take a knee and be done. But again, you say what you want. It's a loss is a loss,
right?
However you want to look at it. But a team that really the first 2 weeks did not look very good. At times offensively, tonight grew up. A lot of kids grew up. I think Max Coates made leaps and bounds forward.
Absolutely.
And Trayshawn ran the ball. Alex Milliken made a couple nice catches. Offensive line did a great job.
Alex probably had his career night. Trayshawn ran the ball with such determination and grit. that is going to be the football game.
Yeah,
as they have the
Villarreal
first
kept it
down.
and got the first down. Read option play, he was able to get the first down, and the Owls without a timeout.
And Coach Goodman calls this next play the greatest play in football.
But I only call it when the Owls are doing it.
I know. Yeah, it's
the
referring
greatest
to what he says.
It's the greatest play in football, but I only refer to it when
That's
the
right.
Owls are the ones kneeling down.
That is very true.
So East will take the knee.
But again, Jay, getting back to your point, offensively, we looked really good tonight.
Yeah, we did.
Really did. Made great reads on the mesh plays, made some good routes, had some good bootleg passes, just a few minor mistakes offensively. But this football game was a little closer than what it seemed most of the game.
Here's the thing. We had a great drive there at the end of the first half.
Yes.
Scored the touchdown. They come back and get a 2-play drive. Well, you could have just said that was the backbreaker, right?
Yep.
It made it 35-13. We're up here saying they get the ball first. If they go down and score, this could have been a short night, if you know what I mean.
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely.
But they went for the onside kick and got it. And it seemed like that kind of jump-started them. And then the offense just took off. And by far, the second half was as good of offensive football as I've seen from this team all year.
And look at Coach Moore here. I appreciate he is going out and he was clapping at the kids. I think you have to take this, and I don't like when you lose, you lose. I get that. But again, you look at what we did, as you said.
You got a young football team that struggled in weeks 1 and 2, and to see them take the steps that they took tonight, it's nothing but positive comes out of this, despite the fact it's a loss.
Absolutely. Yes. So, now if we can tighten up a little bit defensively
and put this together for next week and build on it, right?
And build
that's the whole point.
Then we're on to something. And I think our coaches will get the kids there. And again, with a young team like this, to see the growth so quickly offensively, that's a good sign. Again, we have to do it again next week, but yet you did see growth from last week to this week.
Final score, Columbus East 49, Seymour 34. We'll start our postgame show in 2 minutes. Comments from Coach Moore. Final statistics with Lance, and we'll name our Family Drug Play of the Game and Connor Smith Eye Center Players of the Game. All coming up in the postgame show. After this 2-minute break, you're listening to Seymour Football.
UTB Protection offers top-tier traffic solutions and serves as your ultimate partner for smooth and safe traffic flow. As a trusted full-service traffic safety expert, they handle everything from flagging busy work zones to road closures for events and even assist with emergency response traffic management. Their expertise extends to designing strategic and efficient routes for any scenario. Count on UTB Protection's unmatched dedication to traffic safety. Connect with them at utbsafety.com or call 812-271-2100. UTB Protection, your premier traffic safety partner.
For 125 years, J.C. Bank has been right beside you, cheering for every touchdown and every three-pointer. That's because we're your community bank, proudly supporting the teams that make our towns come alive. Just like the dedication of our local high school athletes, J.C. Bank is dedicated to providing personalized banking, investments, and trust services for you and your family. Experience the J.C. Bank difference. Stop in today or visit us online at jcbank.com. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
Having the proper insurance coverage in place at the time of loss is paramount. We at Stahl Insurance are an independent insurance agency providing insurance solutions from many highly rated companies. We take the time to evaluate each individual client's risks and put together insurance solutions that fit your needs. Stop by our office at 211 North Chestnut Street in Seymour or give us a call at 812-524-0692. One of our experienced agents, Shane Tremoyan, Nathan Newkirk, Ben Stahl, or Chris Stahl, are here to help. Also visit us online at StahlinsuranceGroup.com.
Hi, I'm Emery Jones, Career Education Coordinator at Prosser Career Education Center in New Albany. Are you ready to build your future? At Prosser, you'll explore 29 hands-on, high-wage programs, from aviation to culinary, welding to cybersecurity, all designed to launch real careers or college success. Prosser is located at 4202 Charlestown Road, New Albany, Indiana. Need help? Call our main office at 812-542-8508 or visit your school counselor today to learn more. Prosser, where your future begins.
And back here at Bullitt Stadium, where the Owls fall to the Olympians again by a final score of 49-34. Trying to see if Lance is back here working on stats. I'm trying to get a look to see if I can see where Coach Moore is. He'll be making his way up here. The team has broke the huddle down on the field, and he's on the track. He's making his way there. So again, this was looked like it was going to be a long night for the Owls. Seymour got off to a great start, scored on their opening drive. 60-yard touchdown run by Everett Jackson. Extra point was no good. It was 6-0, the Owls. But then Columbus East went to work. As a matter of fact, the Olympians scored 5 straight possessions following that touchdown to make it 35-6. Seymour scored with 37 seconds to play in the first half on a touchdown pass for a backs coach to Alex Milliken. But then the Olympians able to get a 15-yard pass. They were able to drive 2 plays and 40 yards into the end zone to get the touchdown to make it at that point 42 to 13, and that's where we were at halftime. The Owls, though, came out and really about 35-13 at halftime and really battled in the second half. It started with that onside kick. They were able to score a couple touchdowns, fight all the way to the end, and simply a couple plays here and there. But Coach Moore joins us here at the press box. And there we go. Coach, again, I'm going to sit here and say we're going to make this as positive as because that's what it was. These kids, we took a lot of steps forward tonight.
Well,
offensively, especially
this week of practice, we had a lot of weird things happen to us this week. And I coming into the game tonight, I said, guys, we just need everything we got. All right. That's it. We weren't given much of a chance, right? We're playing the defending conference champion coming into our house. So I said, just go out there and play. There's no reason to worry about what we can't control. Just go out there and play. And we fought till the end. I mean, that's what I told them, down in our huddle after the game ended. I said, we're disappointed, yes, because we lost. But you look at the scoreboard, and then we'll watch this film, and there's a lot of correctable things that took place. And there were a couple plays here and there that didn't go our way. That special teams mishap right before halftime that led to an East touchdown, that was huge for them, because you take that touchdown off the board, It's a 1-score game. So, that was my message at halftime to our guys is special teams. We kind of got complacent in the first half, and it cost us a little bit, but we did so many good things tonight. And I know a lot of times the good things are marred by the bad things that happen. And that's what we're going to coach up tomorrow on film. But there was a sense of belief as we left the field tonight, that we need to take to Floyd Central next week. And, I think if we can do that, I think we might surprise a lot of people.
There were a lot of players that grew up tonight.
Oh, gosh.
Max Coates, we made a comment. This is his 3rd varsity football game. Right. But the steps that he took from games 1 and 2 to tonight was just astronomical. Not only from his ability to make the throws, that touchdown throw he made to Milliken at the end of the first half. That was a beautiful throw. And I'm not talking about just the throws. I'm talking about the decisions he made on the read option. I mean, and the fact that, he scrambled a couple of times. He didn't force the ball. He made that one bad pass there, but I thought he just completely grew up tonight as a varsity starting quarterback.
Him, and we had several guys.
And several guys, not just him, exactly.
That, the first 2 weeks we're still trying to figure some things out, and we moved some guys around tonight. I got to give a shout out to my right tackle is 14 years old. I mean, he's a freshman, and he found out on Wednesday that he was probably going to be starting. And, I had a nice little conversation with him this morning to give him a little motivation, but I thought most kids would crumble in that situation. You're playing against a pretty solid senior defensive line, and he went out there and he played his heart out. And up front, I thought that we did a lot of good things tonight, and a lot of things that we kind of struggled with the first couple weeks, we cleaned up. And you alluded to it, man. Is we had a lot of kids grow up tonight, and my hope is that we can carry this on into next week and the week after. I don't want to have that glimpse that ends up being a one-hit wonder, So, we're going to be as positive as we can after a loss, but I do believe with how young and inexperienced this group is, what we were able to accomplish tonight, we will continue to grow with. And I think, the back half of the season we could completely flip this around.
But what you said, though, is completely true, is you have to, in order to have this as a successful night, you have to build on this, and you have to continue to work getting better next week at Floyd Central.
Yeah, because it's a hard stretch for us.
It is. It absolutely is.
To begin conference play going at Jeff and then home against East and then down to Floyd Central, that's a tough road. And, there's a lot of ways that we can respond to it. But I thought that the progress that we made from week 2 to now week 3, if we can continue on that uphill trend, I think that in week 4 we might be able to see ourselves on the winning side of this.
Well, we'll hope for that. Coach, again, great effort by your kids, especially that second half, and appreciate the time as always.
Thanks, Jay. Go Owls, man.
You bet. Great to see your daughter tonight, by the way.
I know. It's always
hard to believe she's a year old now.
It's hard to believe she's a year old, and being a father has been one of the greatest things that I've been able to do.
I see her down there on the track right now.
In my 33 years of life, you have people tell you what it's like when you're finally a dad or you're finally a mom, and it's just I truly wasn't ready, and her and my wife make things a lot better.
Absolutely.
So it makes things a lot easier to go home to at night.
Absolutely. Coach, good to see you. We'll talk again this week.
Thanks, man.
You bet. In the Owls fall tonight, but again, the effort was tremendous, especially the second half, as the Owls fall tonight to Columbus East again by a final score of 49-34. We'll take a break. Our coach's comments, by the way, brought to you by Prosser School of Technology. Lance will have final stats when we come back in just a moment.
Hi, I'm Emery Jones, Career Education Coordinator at Prosser Career Education Center in New Albany. Are you ready to build your future? At Prosser, you'll explore 29 hands-on, high-wage programs, from aviation to culinary, welding to cybersecurity, all designed to launch real careers or college success. Prosser is located at 4202 Charlestown Road, New Albany, Indiana. Need help? Call our main office at 812-542-8508 or visit your school counselor today to learn more. Prosser, where your future begins.
Bob Boyner Family of Dealerships is happy to be supporting local high school athletics. You'll score big when you visit any of their locations for sales and service or their collision center for all your auto repair needs. They've been servicing South Central Indiana since 1979. Bob Boyner Family of Dealerships will also purchase your vehicle in the event you're not quite ready to sell or trade. Check them out, Bob Boyner Family of Dealerships, online at bobboyner.com.
Back here at Seymour, as we look at the end of game stats, starting with East, Kyson Villarreal was 12 for 16, throwing the ball for 201 yards and 3 touchdowns. Receiving the ball, Keaton Lawson led the way, 3 catches for 80 yards and a touchdown. Paxton Thompson had 3 catches as well for 66 yards and a touchdown. Michael Jones had 3 catches for 48 yards and a touchdown. And Joe T. Roter had 1 catch for 8 yards as well, catching his only pass was a touchdown. Running the ball as a team for East, they had 27 carries for 143 yards, averaging 5.3 yards per carry. J.D. Roter had 8 carries for 53 yards and 2 touchdowns. Keaton Roberts had 6 carries for 43 yards. And Kyson Villarreal had 9 carries for 29 yards and also had 2 touchdowns. For Seymour, Max Coates was 12 for 15, throwing the ball for 98 yards, 2 touchdowns, and 1 interception. Shinbo Alex Milliken had 6 catches for 60 yards and had both of those 2 touchdowns. Everett Johnson had 3 catches for 21 yards. Charlie Bruce had 1 catch for 11 yards. And Brody Bowles had 1 catch for 6 yards. Running the ball as a team, they had 48 carries for 247 yards, averaging 5.15 yards per carry. Trayshawn Hawkins out the way with 22 carries for 114 yards and a touchdown. Evan Johnson had 8 carries for 70 yards and a touchdown. Max Coates had 8 carries for 30 yards and a touchdown. Brody Bullis had 10 carries for 24 yards. Columbus East ran 44 plays, while Seymour ran 63 plays. Seymour had 18 first downs, while East only had 12. Columbus East had 3 penalties for 29 yards. Seymour only had 1 penalty for 5 yards, and it was on the second play of the game where they got offside. Besides that, they did not have a single penalty the rest of the game, and Seymour also committed 2 turnovers.
Our final statistics brought to you by Prosperity Financial Insurance and Investments. Our family drug play of the game, going to go the onside kick, because I thought that turned the momentum around. We're down 35-13. We get that onside kick there at the start of the second half, and really kind of started building up the momentum. We had a lot of nice plays tonight, but I thought that play kind of jump-started us to get us going there in the second half. Go ahead. What do you think?
You also think maybe you think of a defensive play where we're down 2 possessions and we get a big 3-and-out.
Yeah, we got a big 3-and-out, but that onside kick kind of jump-started us there in the second half, so that'll be our family drug play of the game. We're back to name our Connor Smith Eye Center Seymour players of the game in just a moment.
The doctors at Connor Smith Eye Center in Seymour are proud to have cared for the vision needs of the community since 1998. From children to senior citizens, from a first eye exam to specialized eye care, Connor Smith Eye Center is here for you. Don't miss your yearly exam. Make your appointment today. Connor Smith Eye Center, 812-524-3937. See your future clearly.
Back here at Bullitt Stadium and our Connor Smith Eye Center Seymour players of the game tonight. We're going to go Max Coates. Max tonight going 12 of 15 for 98 yards with 2 touchdowns. Alex Milliken receiving 6 catches for 60 yards and 2 touchdowns. And then also we're going to go rushing the football 48 times for 247 yards. That largely is because of the offensive line work, and we called Evan Von Haney's name quite a bit tonight. There were a couple other great offensive linemen, but those 3 guys really stood out, and will be our Connor Smith Eye Center Seymour players of the game. Despite the loss, a good effort tonight for the Owls as they fall, though, to Columbus East. Our next broadcast next Friday night, Seymour will be on the road at Floyd Central. Lance and I will be there to call the action, starting with the pregame show at 6, kickoff at 7. Don't forget about the Tyson Moore Show Thursday night at 6 o'clock. My thanks to Jeff Claycamp for his help tonight. For Lance Hubbard, I'm Jay Hubbard. Thanks for listening. Good night from Bullitt Stadium.